the Opie and Anthony Show.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio, out of any other medium, have to be nice. We are being now held to a standard where we have to be nice and make people feel good. Go screw!
Radio bad boys, Opie and Anthony.
Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony.
Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony.
Talk show radio hosts, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony.
All right, we get it.
Pat, how's it going?
Tor Johnson bobbing for gonorrhea.
All right, this is a bust, lesbians. We're gonna smell all of your fingers. If it smells like a day at the fishing hole, you're under arrest.
We're blithering idiots. That's fine, though.
I want more of my idiocy. Idiocy.
I love you guys. I'd suck all your all day.
Wow. I think that's an endorsement.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
I'm just sitting back and waiting. With this music, I think something important is going to happen.
Of course it is. The Opie and Anthony program.
Oh. It's for us. Yeah, Opie, Anthony, Jim Norton.
Hi.
Jimmy's already pissed off. I love it. What got your attention right off the bat, Jimmy? We got so much to do today. It's not even funny. Let's start with you today. Yes.
Mike pointed out the page it was on. Page 8, New York Post.
What, the Jesse Jackson thing?
Drops the N-bomb versus about Obama. And I want to know, why is Fox News, unless they are just milking this to kill him with it, why is Fox News not playing it over and over and over? And why is the stupid Post putting it on page 8?
Page 8. Let's be realistic here. If this was some kind of a white advocate, this would be splashed all over the front page of every paper, lead story on every news. They would be playing the clip, bleeping out, saying he said the N-word. But Jesse gets a pass.
And you got to also add, and then about a week from now, it would be that resignation.
Oh, yeah.
The person would have to resign with his family standing by, and he would have tears in his eyes, and he would...
I apologize.
I'm now going to go find God.
For what I said. I know I've offended many people,
right,
and I want to apologize to Barack Obama and his family. I want to apologize. And Jesse just gets a pass because old mumbly mouth. No one knows what he's saying anyway. He was probably saying bigger. No one knew what the hell he was talking about.
Why is it not on the...
that should be the front page of the paper today.
Front page news, it should be said. What he said was so much worse than what Don Imus ever said in his entire career on radio. But, free pass because he's black.
He's black. Where's the black outrage? Where is it?
There isn't any. You won't see any.
Where's
black outrage is reserved for white cops, or even a lot of times black cops that shoot black criminals. That's when you get the outrage.
By the way, the Daily News here, Jimmy, I'm up to page 18. Oh, there it is. It's on page 18.
Page
18.
It's on 18.
Why?
But the press
in the race to the White House section, which most people don't read because it's boring.
The press has no liberal bias at all. None whatsoever. That's just white paranoia. Mm-hmm. No liberal bias whatsoever.
No, of course
Page 8
not.
in the Post, which is a little more conservative. Page 18.
It would be I guarantee you it would be front page news if whoever said that on mic didn't know he was being recorded on Fox News. If it was a white guy, they would have played the tape in its entirety. Mm-hmm. He would be, like Ope said, apologizing at some podium with his family there as he just fades into obscurity because he'd be fired from whatever he did.
Sure. And I want to know why Fox, I'd love to ask Hannity, maybe there's a reason, but why is Fox not killing him with this.
Yeah.
Hannity's not going to. We'll try to get him on the show. He'll hide.
I don't know. It doesn't
They
seem like
should
Hannity
be
style.
hammered. Fox is known to be a very conservative leaning news program. Very conservative news program. Why aren't they playing it? Why aren't they just hammering this?
I don't. It's driving. I'm so irritated right now. Not because he said that. I don't care.
Just how it's being handled, because when Imus screwed up, it was played over and over.
And what he said
over and
was
over
nothing
and over
compared
again.
to this.
And all he was doing was trying to make a joke and entertain his radio audience. There was no joking here whatsoever. Whatsoever.
It's just and it's not. It's white people. White people. Why are white people so afraid to address black racism or black hypocrisy? Why?
I'll tell you why. Because you get a scarlet N on you. Is what happens. It's a scarlet letter. You can't do it. You instantly become labeled a racist if you criticize a black person of power. You're called a racist. That's how it works. Welcome to the wonderful world of America, because that's what it's become. And I can't stand that there's still bitching and complaining in the black community. You should all shut up, because everything's friggin' even right now. I don't want to hear it. You got a guy that's pretty much a shoo-in for president. You got leaders that get away with murder for talking whatever they want to say with impunity, as opposed to Whitey, who's got to walk around on eggshells, or else he's going to lose his job. That's the world we live in. So stop your bitching. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Wow.
Completely right. Completely right.
It's ridiculous.
100%.
We're even. There you go. Even Steven.
Stunt Brain, what do you got?
There's a story out there that the rapper Nas had a new album coming out that was going to have that word in it.
His album was going to drop?
And yes, it was going to
When was it going to drop?
When was it dropping?
You mean the same shirt he wore to the MTV Music Awards?
I believe so.
Where none of those... well, actually, one woman did ask him about it, but nobody was outraged. Of course.
No,
for the most part,
there's no
people
outrage.
ignored the fact.
Sure they did.
For the most part, because we did the story when it first hit, the media ignored the fact that he's walking the red carpet with the N-word ablazing on his shirt.
Just up there
because everyone was scared to ask about it because it's so taboo, that word.
He changed the title of the album after getting pressure from...
Can I get the album on iTunes?
From Reverend Jackson.
Jackson? Reverend Jackson, who freely uses the word.
Yeah.
There he is.
Now he's apologizing.
I
again.
will apologize for you know N-word was wrong with me.
Unless Fox is being strategic with this, I can't picture them not swinging a sledgehammer at him for this.
I know.
Why wouldn't they?
Well,
if it was a white guy. Oh, my God, if it was a white guy.
Well, remember, we mocked Bill O'Reilly because we're like, why aren't you playing all the audio?
Yes.
And we were assuming that he was saving it for ratings. This is what Bill O'Reilly had to say. See, we can't say the other thing he said. Jesse Jackson was talking about Obama and how he wants to do something to his private.
He said he wanted to cut off his testicles.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what he said.
And then Bill O'Reilly had this to say.
If in this thing I've said in...
Hold on.
Like Bill O'Reilly?
Yeah,
No, that's South Park guys trying to explain something else. That is he always looks like he just walked in and is seeing something that's
I know.
amazing to him.
Would you love to see him and Susan Sarandon in a staring contest? I think they'd both melt.
Garfield versus South Park. You bug-eyed idiot. He's a bug-eyed idiot.
Are we allowed to say that still on the radio?
Of course. You're hurting bug Americans.
This is what O'Reilly had to say, because we're like, all right, if you got more audio, then just play it on your dumb show.
I want to tell everybody that we held back some of this conversation, and we did that because we didn't feel that it had any relevance to the conversation this evening. So
Bill,
wait, Warren.
How does he feel that?
There's something.
There's a lot of relevance to what we're finding out today.
There is.
But he knows that. And O'Reilly is not afraid to play it. He's not afraid of getting crap for playing it.
He probably is not allowed to play. The Fox News Channel probably came to him and said, "Look, we just can't play.
We're not playing
anything
it
with the N-word
for some reason
because
I don't
we
know
are
why.
white and we have wonderful lives."
Bleep it out, because if it was a white guy, you would see it. You'd see N asterisk asterisk asterisk. That's what you'd see. I mean, what the hell? And there's Jesse, and he's with other black leaders, black people. I said Reverend Al behind him. He gets supported. Barack, he's talking down to black people, telling in blank, 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 S how to behave. So he uses the word. He freely uses the word. Well, where's the outrage? Malik is all mad at me.
That's okay. Hold on. Let's get through this first.
We're not out
Malik,
to get
hold
Jesse
on.
Jackson. We're not out to embarrass him, and we're not out to make him look bad.
Why not?
If we were, we would have used what we have, which is more damaging than what you heard. What we are trying to get out here is that there are some people who believe that the victimization deal, okay, goes to hell if Barack Obama is elected president.
That's what I said.
Yeah, you did
That's
say
exactly what I said. The victimization goes out the window. And that's what Malik is saying. He's all mad at me by saying we're even. Malik, hi, my brother from Asbury Park.
Yo,
What's up?
What up, fellas? Hey, look, man, any other time I see where you guys are coming from. But for you to sit there and think after 400, and believe me, I'm not one of those brothers that sit there and be like, oh, the white man this, the white man that. Never that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody deals with their own merit. But for you to sit there and say we're even because one black man slid through the crack and he may become president, you're bugging. We're even.
I'm not saying just because one black man is right here at the threshold of the White House. I'm saying if you look at history, especially over the past few years, it really has gotten easy for the black man to attain.
You're not a black man. You can't say it's been easy.
Look, I don't have to be black, dude. I don't have to be black to look at society with an open mind and see that it has become a lot easier for black people in this day and age. Just the fact that Barack Obama is being considered and the contender for president of the United States, that wouldn't have happened even 10 years ago, come close to happening. And it is now. When I go to the airport, it is just loaded with black employees. When I stop at the airport, the baggage handlers, security people, and you know something? Yes, even the pilots. I notice when I get back off the plane. Okay, that was a bad one, but no. And even the pilots. All I'm saying is a lot of civil service jobs. There's a lot of very good jobs. I watched a show called The First 48. It's a cop show. They show the first 48 hours of murder. Hold on 2 seconds. And a lot of the people involved in this, the police officers involved in the homicides, are black people. I was watching this last night going, black people have really made strides in this country. They have good jobs. The only time black people are being put down in this country is when they are on the news for robbing and killing people. There are so many black people that are doing very well in America these days. If they go to school and they educate themselves, they get a good job. There isn't this blatant blanket racism anymore that just because you're black, you're not going to attain the American dream. If you're stupid, if you're talking like a friggin' moron from the inner city in Ebonics, if I could use a term that's friggin' 10 years old, then you're going to have problems. But black people that have assimilated, have educated themselves, have an easier time getting jobs and making money than white people do. And I will stand by that absolutely.
Malik?
Absolutely disagree. Absolutely disagree, Anthony. Listen, times have gotten a little better.
A little?
A little better. I agree with you there. Times have gotten a little better. But there is a whole
you got
lot
to watch some
more.
old videos.
Whew, really? Where's the fire hoses and German Shepherds, my friend? Times have gotten a lot better. Like I said, the only problem are when people in the black community will not assimilate to this country. And that isn't placating and kowtowing to the man. It's working the system of the United States of America like anyone else has had to do to attain what is called the American dream. For some reason, there's a certain part of the black community that refuses to do this because they see it as placating the man, as kowtowing, as being an Uncle Tom, instead of just living their life as an American in this country.
Listen, you have your ignorant factors in any race that you speak of.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about is the hardworking person that, if you're black, you still have to work 2-3 times harder than the average man.
I don't agree.
Absolutely.
I think black people that are educated, that have a decent job, have an easier time, because white people are so goddamn scared crapless of tripping up and being called racist and losing their job, that they will give the benefit of the doubt to the black person. And I'm not talking about a thug. I'm talking about the hardworking family guys that are out there, working and doing a good job. Those black guys have it knocked right now.
Listen, Anthony, let me explain something to you. Do you understand? You will never understand how it feels. And let me express.
I'm Sicilian.
I'm college educated, okay? I know we joke around. I'm in the streets and all that. I'm in the streets too. But I'm college educated. When I go into a mall, I go into a store, I go into anything like that, a professional setting, I'm looked at like, oh my God, here he comes.
That has to be fixed in your community. Do you understand something, though? That has to be fixed in your community. There is a problem in the black community.
It has to be fixed around the board, Anthony. It's not just in our community. Like I said, you have bad factions in every race. Now, just like Jim Norton says, he makes a point that our stereotypical view of a white guy when comedians joke is, hey, I'm this white guy, and we know that's not the typical white guy, but that's how it's viewed. Come on, we don't look at you like that.
Malik,
so
though,
you can't look at every black guy as a thug.
You know why you get
as far as Jesse Jackson goes, who supports Jesse Jackson in the black community? Jesse Jackson is a backbiting coward.
It doesn't matter. He's getting away with using a word that he is condemned, that is being condemned in the black community, and he's getting away with using that word when he's talking about Barack Obama.
I have a question for Malik. Let's say, okay, you disagree with that on that point, fine. But with language, though, because my thing was with the language. You have to admit there is this thing with language where white people are afraid to call black people out on stuff like that for real, as opposed to being comfortable calling other white people out.
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree with you. But as far as that word, the N word goes, you can't kill a word, you can't bury a word, you can't get rid of that word until the sediments and the attitude of the word is destroyed. That's why that word will never die.
Yeah, but look who's using it with impunity. Black people.
You're right.
So where's the sentiment? Where's the sentiment there? Where's the hate speech? Is it hate speech when Jesse Jackson uses it? Because it sure as hell is when a white person uses it.
I agree with you.
Anthony makes a really good point. It's got to start with the black community. They got to get rid of the N-word. Simple as that.
I agree. I mean,
you got Jesse Jackson throwing around the N-word on TV like it's nothing.
Yep.
That's going to cause problems.
And especially, and what you brought up before about being followed around in the stores and stuff, Malik, I believe me, I'm feeling how that's got to suck. But the thing is, there's a disproportionate amount of crime in the black community. It's the way it is. These are statistics you can look up. I'm not blurting this crap out off the top of my head. There is a disproportionate amount of crime. And with the opportunities that are available these days to everybody, and especially black people, like I said, white guilt, you guys should milk the hell out of it. It just shouldn't be that way. There's a problem. There's a problem there that has to be addressed by the black community. Well, Whitey can't step in and fix that garbage. You guys, every morning, is it a vast news conspiracy that every morning when we watch the news and you see home invasion, you see convenience store robbery, gas station robbery, that the surveillance cameras show a majority of the time that it's a few black guys walking in there? Do you think white people look and go, holy Jesus Christ, wow, that's odd? No, they go, oh my God, I'm going to walk in a store and I'm going to look at the people that I have noticed have been committing the most crimes. Yeah,
you're right. But who is broadcasting this nonsense? Every
Nonsense? It's on film.
Yes. Who is broadcasting nonsense? A black guy robs this. A black guy hosts.
Oh, okay. The Jew media.
There's no white guys doing B&Es. I used to do B&Es with white guys. What are you talking about?
It's nice to see them work together.
Well, all right. One thing you can't explain though is why is it on page 18 of the Daily News, Malik?
Very good.
This is the problem I have. Obviously, the score. Anthony's talking about just how things are right now and how things are perceived. No one thinks that 400 years were wiped out within 20 years. But why is it on page 18 of the Daily News and page 8 of the Post? And that's something you can't change, and I want to know why is that? Because the Jesse Jackson's a powerful guy. He's a guy that associates. He has access to the president. He has access. He goes to Syria. He goes overseas. He represents U.S. interests, even though not as a government official. He's a powerful guy for real, and he's not being held to these language standards, but white entertainers are fired for stuff like this. We almost got fired, and the only reason we weren't was because the Condoleezza Rice thing was because a black guy said it, and because there were white people mentioned as well. But they would have nailed us to the wall on the racial angle of that if they could have. So why is it on page 18 and page 8?
And we barely skated, by the way. Yes. The guy that was in charge over at XM at the time wanted us fired big time. Yep. And good old Eric Logan, who's leaving the company, was able to change his mind, thank God. So
why is it page 18 and page 8? That's the problem I have.
Yeah.
All right.
I really can't answer that question, but all I know is that when words like the N-word are put into play, look, you're right. We have a lot of homework that we have to do within the black community ourselves. Yes, I'm not disfranchising myself from that issue. You're right. You're completely right. But at the same time, you guys cannot say, oh, it's black this, it's black that, because of what is portrayed. And it's portrayed in a negative and wrong light. We're always getting the bad view of it. Like I said, a lot of black people in the black community do not support Jesse Jackson.
That's true. That's why I blame white people, because white people are pretty much the ones who are running the media, not black people, and they're the ones who are showing it or not showing it. It's white guilt.
He should absolutely be crucified for what he said.
Of course.
And it should be on the front page of every newspaper in America. Yeah. And it should be, and they should be playing the clip over and over and over again, like they do with everything else. Every time Whitey screws up, boy, they play it over and over and over again. Yep. They had a tiny little sound clip from our radio show when we got in trouble with this homeless Charlie thing. They played that over and over and over and over again on TV.
That's for sure.
But it shouldn't be Bill O'Reilly. It shouldn't be Sean Hannity.
Bill O'Reilly. He's
right. It should be us. It should be the black community that should put him on Front Street. But like I said before, we haven't had a true black leader in the black community in a long time. So if we don't have a true black leader to address him, then it's going to go under the table.
Malik, I got to tell you something. The second we allow black people in here, I want to have him as a guest.
Malik, Asbury Park, we got to go, all right?
We have to take a break.
All right, thanks a lot, man.
At the virus show. Peace.
He's going to be at the virus show.
Malik's cool to talk to.
No.
You know something? He makes good points.
Yeah.
He is educated. I like talking to Malik.
Hey, Malik, call back. I'm going to give you a free pair of tickets to the virus show. He said he's going.
Ooh, what is this, charity? That figures.
Well, he's a black man. I'm assuming he's down on his luck. And he could use a little help. So we'll give him a pair of tickets to the August 2nd show at the PNC Bank Arts Center, featuring all the comedians you know and love from this radio show, including Jim Norton, of course.
We also have Birbiglia on. We have Nick DiPaolo on. We have Geraldo, guys who have never done the virus shows, along with Bob Kelly, Voss, Otto and George, Patrice O'Neill.
I love the fact that Nick is going to be there because he's so sensitive to diversity.
It's unbelievable.
Well, Nick's thing, and this is where Nick is to a fault, Nick's thing is patience and tolerance.
Yes.
He has one in one hand and one in the other, and he squashes them together in a rage. I wish Nick is probably so irritated about this. He's like, his lip is quivering, and he can't articulate right now. He's probably hasn't slept.
Maybe we should get him on the phone.
Livid.
Then maybe not. Maybe we should hunt down Nick DiPaolo today.
Nick is probably so angry he's calm.
August 2nd.
It's gone completely around.
August 2nd, PNC Bank Arts Center, our big, huge comedy show. We're only doing this one date this summer. Yep. Ticketmaster, Ticketmaster.com. Virus Tour, one word, on MySpace. We got Fontaine. A black, I think it's a black guy. I always think it's a black girl, but I think it's a black guy. He disagrees with Malik, and we'll talk to him or her next, and many, many others. This is what gets the phones ringing this early in the morning.
Yeah, that's what happens. People are very sensitive.
All right, we'll continue with this in just a second.
Reverend Jesse Jackson is apologizing again this morning, this time for using the N-word during a break in a TV interview. Jackson used it while criticizing Obama. Fox News Channel claims the civil rights leader referred to African Americans with the N-word when he said that Obama was talking down to them. This comes after Jackson was caught making crude off-air comments about Obama during that same taping. Jackson said that he is sorry for the, quote, hurtful words.
And we're back with the Opie and Anthony Show. We are discussing that right now on the program. Yeah, Jimmy's not happy. I mean, this thing has been buried in the newspapers. We don't understand why it's not on the front page of all the newspapers. We don't understand why the actual clip isn't being played around the clock on TV. Basically, if this was said by a white person, it would be around the clock coverage.
An entertainer who has no real influence other than just their stupid job.
If Patrice was here, I know what he'd say. It's like, well, this is double standard. He'd go, yep, so? That's what he'd say. He'd be like, yeah, this is double standard. And?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Let's go to Fontaine. Fontaine, what's up?
What's up, Crackle?
Hello. How are you, man?
Hey, I gotta disagree with Malik, man, respectfully. There is nothing, no field that we can't get into out here these days, man. I'm not from privilege. I don't come from money or anything. I make just south of $100,000 a year. I'm a property owner. My portfolio looks pretty good. There's no Citadel stock in it. But there's nothing that we can't do out here these days. I got to disagree. And, you know, I guess Malik is a pretty good fan of the show, and he understands, you know, how Anthony exaggerates because, Ant, you can't possibly think that everything is equal. I mean, you had a little game called versus Nazis the other year, and we pretty much know everything's not equal. But still, the argument that a lot of guys have is like walking down the street and seeing the old ladies grab their bags. I see old ladies grab their bags when those white kids, the goth kids, with all that crap in their face. So there's nothing we can't do.
Yeah, that's how I see it. I mean, yeah, you know something? The fact of the matter is, perhaps the cabbie didn't stop for Patrice as quickly as he stopped for me in Nazi regalia when we did that on the streets of Manhattan, because a lot of cab drivers and livery cab drivers here in New York City, I'm not sure about other urban areas, are killed by black people. So they're inherently afraid to pick them up. There are laws in place that they have to. I mean, there's a squad in the NYPD that will ticket cab drivers for passing by black people.
There's NYPD guys that drive around in cabs. So they
just to make sure that happens.
Yeah.
But I think the problem lies in the fact that there's again a disproportionate amount of crime against cab drivers done by black people.
And cab drivers are all colors. The cab drivers
exactly.
are a bunch of white people.
No,
very few of them are. Cab drivers are African. They're Middle Eastern. They're Russian. They're from all a complete cross.
And the craziest ones you'll ever get in a cab with are white Americans.
That's what I was going to say. When you get in the cab and you see a white cabbie, the first thing you think as a white guy, all right, what's wrong with this dude?
No.
Why is he driving a cab?
It's not like Rieger. They're all they're lunatics. They're crazy. They're the ones that don't have the partition behind them. They're just driving around like everything's hunky dory.
They're just driving around willy nilly.
They're talking to you.
Where you want to go? Upper Harlem? No problem.
I'd rather have the Middle Eastern guy just whispering into his Bluetooth thing.
Yeah. Setting up something.
Yeah, just leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you.
We know they're setting up something. We don't know what, but there's too much chatter going on.
Chatter.
With their Bluetooth.
So cabbies of all nationalities and all colors are afraid to pick up the same group of men. It's not black men they don't want to pick up.
No.
You guys are easily distracted. I'm calling to agree with you.
No, I know.
Hold on, man. We got Malik. Hold on. Malik is back from Asbury Park. Malik, you're on with Fontaine, who completely disagrees with what you were saying when you were talking to Anthony earlier.
So, Fontaine.
Hey, Malik. What's up, man?
This is the thing. I didn't say that black people can't get jobs and things aren't equal now. What I said was we have to work 3 times as hard to get into those positions. Yeah, we can get into any position we want, but we have to do it that much more harder. Matter of fact, Fontaine, are you a black guy?
Yes.
You are?
40 years old. Yes, 40 years old.
Yeah, but this is what I imagine, if you don't mind. Fontaine, a bit on the light side. Malik, you look like Omar from The Wire. That's how I see it.
How about this, I lived in zip code 10035. I went to public school 133 in Harlem, IS 136. It doesn't get much blacker than that.
Wait, I live in 10036. I'm one number away.
But there's a big difference between the two numbers, my friend.
And this is what we do as white people. We get the two black people on the phone, and we try to get some infighting going.
Yes, look at us. Yeah, and you know what? Like, we grew up and we went to schools named after white heroes, white Americans. Malik PS 193-AC.
Yeah, I went to John H. Glenn.
I went to Harborfields High School.
Harborfields.
Malik, I went to CWE 132 in the public school system.
You guys aren't going to get us to fight each other because the truth of the matter is we both would have beat your ass, Anthony, and Jimmy's ass as kids. You with your crying and him with that Kango, we would have smacked it off.
What do you mean would have? I went to Central Islip. I know what it's like to be beat up.
And I've had the hat snatched off my head. Believe me, one of the most humiliating experiences of my young life was in my white black guy phase when I was still drinking in high school and a senior, and the black guy took my hat off my head, and I had such bad hair, I snatched it back from him, but it was a reaction as opposed to me being tough. He's a big kid. And he goes, "Oh, you want to fight me?" And internally I'm going, no, I don't. And I said to him, "No, if you wanted to see my hat, why didn't you just ask?" As if the problem was that his hat borrowing manner needed a little bit of updating.
You should have taken it off like the old person getting out of the elevator, the old lady.
Instead he used the RFK method. So did you want to...
The reality is this. Look, we've made a big difference in this country when it comes to black and white issues. Yes, we all know that. But we still have a whole lot of strides to go before we're there. And just because we have Barack Obama in the position that he's in doesn't mean too much of squat to me.
It's not just Barack, though. I'm saying there's a lot of black men that are achieving what is always been dubbed the American dream. It's following through. It's getting educated. It's sticking with your family if you have a family. These are the things that have to be done. And when they're not, it reflects negatively. That's all I'm saying. And that goes for anybody. You know, there's plenty of white trash down south that shoeless retards just walking around that are just as downtrodden and open to being criminals as black guys. But you know, I think you guys got it much better these days.
They don't get pressed.
All right, listen, we're going to let...
They don't get pressed like that. Most people in America that has welfare right now are poor white.
Well, that's because you're only 10% of the population, 10 or 12%. But it's a disproportionate number. It's always I'm not saying more. I'm just saying it's a disproportionate number based on the population.
Hey, Jimmy, that same guy that took your hat grew up to be a cross-dresser and took your glasses.
You know what? The black man has been robbing me, and all I want to do is be friends. I just want to be friends.
We got to say goodbye to those two
gentlemen.
E-Rock, I don't know how he pulled a picture of Fontaine.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
And Fontaine is not that light-skinned of a guy.
No.
He looks like Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, a little bit. Very good, Jimmy.
Anthony Edwards?
Yeah. The actor.
Goose from Top Gun?
What was his name?
Isn't that Anthony?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, I knew I was wrong.
I
knew I was wrong when I said
I was like,
the actor,
wow.
The one who had the
problem. Goose got a tan.
Anthony Anderson, the one who had the problem in the trailer, apparently. naughty Anthony Anderson.
Oh, he's naughty, all right.
Goose played a little too much volleyball, looks like.
Yeah, he's out in the sun without the sunscreen.
Yeah, Warren, New York City, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Hey. Wait, they're showing George Steinbrenner crying in the golf cart. It's some of the best video ever. Will you shut the fuck up?
Who you talk?
Warren.
Okay, Warren.
When you talk about crime, Anthony, Italians even tried to organize it. So let's not talk about crime.
Oh no, I understand that. It's called the mafia.
Most people down south being retards, you can find a lot out in Bensonhurst, man.
What's your, not that you're wrong.
He's trying to get on the Italians now.
No,
I don't really even care.
Hold on. When you start talking about Barack, when a guy come up through the civil rights era, and then he becomes president, or an Italian become president, a Jew, and then a Hispanic, then we say that we did it. The reason that blacks are where they are today is because they overcame and they pulled a lot of bootstraps to get where they
No, let me tell you a lot of what has to do with why blacks are achieving what they're able to achieve. White people are scared out of their minds of criticizing black people.
They kept pushing.
It's just, well, that's great. I agree with you to an extent that the ones, the black people,
Hold on, you gotta let Anthony finish, dude. You can't
the black people that do push and really strive to achieve something in this country.
Wars, we build
they make
buildings, we do all that.
Everyone does. That's what this country is supposed to be based on. Don't take it like.
The problem is that you would never give us credit for it, but we took the credit, and now we moving forward. We still moving forward.
Do you not agree, though, with the fact that with the double standard in the language, or as far as white people being afraid to call black people out? Like, you have to admit, why is this on page... Hold on.
You can shoot a black...
Understandable. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking... Whoa. I'm talking about now. I'm not talking about then. I'm not talking about it not being a payback because white people feel guilty. But I'm talking...
What are you asking the question for if you know it's a payback?
Then why don't people just say it's a payback? We can say that, but nobody really says that.
Well, back then we couldn't say that either.
Okay, so just admit that it is that, because nobody will admit that it is that.
I never said it wasn't.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying in a generalization.
I'm saying, words of Patrice. Well,
then I'm actually fine with the honesty of that. But that is what it is.
And by the way, Lou Jimmy, I'm your biggest fan.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. It's just a matter of white people feeling too guilty.
This guy's voice sounds like a Damon Wayans character.
Yeah, no kidding.
By the way, I'm your biggest fan.
Yeah, by the way, tell Nick Apollo that living room gangster.
Nick Apollo.
Nick Apollo.
Wait,
Nick Apollo.
But after that was hilarious.
A living room gangster.
He's a living room gangster.
That is funny.
Boy, that's a good line,
Just
bro.
a guy with a bad attitude and a bad stomach. That's his problem.
A living room gangster.
I don't know. Nick Apollo speaks the truth.
He certainly does.
I like Nick Apollo.
From his secure basement.
Yeah. You ever been to the DePaulo Theater?
I know.
In any case, though, when you develop a permanent underclass and somebody comes up from that underclass and becomes the president, then I'll say we done something.
Well, you're looking at it's very close right now, my friend.
Well, let's ask.
He didn't come through the civil rights movement.
Warren, are you excited at the possibilities of Obama being the president?
Sure. It tells me that there's a lot of whites that's waking up that they thought they were a part of that 1% because they can get a cab and a better apartment. Then they realize all their jobs left too. Eminent domain is taking their houses too. Their loans are being defaulted. They're flooding out their farms. You know, and, so now they're waking up to that. It's not necessarily being white. You know, they can't have that little leg up anymore, and all of us are really in this together. And if you guys were really wise, you would start looking at it. The money is going to Europe.
Well, that's
true. There is no agenda for America here, fellas, because
Europe and
they
China
don't need us anymore to work. They got other people overseas who do it. So guess what? We all going down if we don't come up with a plan.
That's the beauty of being on the radio and being a mediocre comic. These are things that they can't ship overseas.
Yeah.
They can't ship these jobs.
Or you could be a plumber.
What's that?
Or you could be a plumber.
That is, yeah. They're not going to call. You're not going to call India and get customer service for someone to unclog the toilet. Although they'd probably walk you right through it. Have you stood up from the toilet?
I would love to hear that.
Anyway, you
so,
guys got a good show.
the retard had the haircut like Mo from Three Stooges.
Hey, I like.
Gotta go.
All right,
I like this Warren guy. He turned me around at the end.
Well, yeah. I just. The thing is annoying.
I'm just scared of him.
He sounds very scared. He really does.
But the point is, it's right. It is a payback, and it is what it is. But nobody says that.
Right.
He says it.
Let's be honest.
But we're radio comedy dummies.
Let's be honest. You're absolutely right. This is a payback.
Let me, because we don't have time to get to everybody. Roy, Massachusetts. It's easier for blacks to get jobs because of affirmative action. You got Dirk in Ohio. I'm white. Friend is black. Hold on a minute. She got full scholarship to college. I got nothing. We had the same credentials. You got to work hard no matter what color you are. That's Ray in
true.
Cleveland. Dan in Ohio, just want to say you guys are awesome.
Oh, thank you, Dan.
Well, Dan makes a good point.
Glenn the trucker, I'm white. I feel racism at my job against whites.
Mm-hmm.
I work in the projects. Black people do no work. Jimmy in Jersey. So it's all, we got the people that talking today.
It's a mixed bag, isn't it?
Race gets everybody going.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy, does it.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing. I think everybody gets along. You talk about race. The phone lines, I mean, nobody calls in exactly at 6 unless something crazy is happening with the show.
Right.
Boy, those phones lit up rather quickly.
They certainly did.
It's amazing how fast it gets ugly, too.
Oh, I know.
How mad people get, because we all have this stuff underneath. No, but I don't think that Black, if 5 minutes later, it's like, you people did nothing! It is how fast it gets.
Oh, goddamn,
angry.
that's so true.
I heard Keith Robinson had a big argument. I would love to get, Keith is the guy, a great guy to talk to about this stuff, because he's a smart dude, but he's so adamant, and he gets so mad, and he's a thick-headed moron on the other, and he had a big blow-up with somebody at the cellar the other night, a racial one. I wish I would have been there
Mike
to see that.
DiStefano was talking about that yesterday.
Mike did tell us. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Mike.
I want to get to the bottom of that, but who was he? Oh,
Kevin Brennan.
Kevin Brennan, right, sure. What was I going to say? Blah, 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 blah. There was something in there. Oh, well. Listen to this, though. This goes with what we were talking about, sort of. Then you got this.
Our other big story, the victim of an alleged hate crime is speaking out. She says Thomas Cosby ran her over with his car, then...
One of the Cosby kids is up to no good?
says Thomas Cosby ran her over with his car, then shouted racial slurs at her. The woman was riding her bike on a sidewalk when she was hit, right?
That's correct. The 25-year-old was riding her bicycle to the grocery store when she was struck from behind by this car. She was struck right here, and then that car, well, it ran into the house right there. Mr. Cosby, according to police, got out of the car and then proceeded to yell racial slurs at the young lady. Police charging him with a hate crime because he said that all black people should die.
Yeah, this guy is completely insane. He's driving his car on the sidewalk and running over some lady who's just trying to...
Yes,
do a little biking.
That's a tough one to explain. However, and they should cover it. However, where's the coverage of the family, the white guy with his wife and 2 daughters who was at the amusement park, and the 8 black guys were leaving, and they grabbed the girl's ass. She's 12.
Yep.
And there's 8 guys, 18 to 20 years old. They grab the girl's ass. She's 12. The father says something to them, and all 8 of them jump on him and stomp him.
Stomped his head.
Yeah.
So I just was curious as to where that coverage was.
At some wonderful amusement park.
We got to go backwards for a minute. We just had Warren on the show, and I hope he calls. He could be a nice regular caller to this fine radio show. We missed it, Jimmy. We're big Wire fans, and this guy, Jimmy P, writes, was Warren Prop Joe from The Wire.
Oh.
It had kind of that Prop Joe to him. Here's more on the mowing down of the black cyclist.
Police say 25-year-old Nicadia Cato was targeted because she's black. She was run down randomly while riding her bicycle on A1A by 56-year-old Thomas Cosby of Port Orange. Police say Cosby admitted to hitting Cato on purpose with his car, calling her the N-word repeatedly after breaking the 25-year-old's leg. Witnesses say Cosby screamed emphatically, "These black people need to die. Help me kill them. I saw her on the bike and went to take her out."
I actually saw him coming towards me. I tried to move my bike as fast as I can, but it wasn't quick enough. He came straight for me. If he could target me and thought I was, just because of the color of my skin, he could target anybody else. What if it wasn't me? It could have been anybody else that was just riding down or just walking. If I was walking, I probably would have been dead right now.
Safe to say this Cosby guy's a bit insane, huh?
I think he grew up with a chip on his shoulder because he had the last name Cosby.
Yeah.
So he probably heard it his whole life.
Giving my last name a bad name.
What am I?
Well, the thing that really got to everybody, and they left this out of the story, was right after he jumped out and yelled, "Uh-oh, better call Geico."
Yeah. Cosby's mystery racism is solved in this next clip here.
Now, according to Daytona Beach police reports, Cosby thought Cato was a man because, as you saw in that interview, she had her hair braided. We've also learned from the police reports that Cosby had just had a bad breakup with his girlfriend, who was involved in a relationship with a black gentleman.
All right.
There you go. Well, all is forgiven.
Okay.
He thought she was a guy with cornrows. And his girl was probably banging the guy with cornrows.
Oh.
Some guy that really went slow and did well.
After that excuse, bail, $10.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow, is right.
Boy, guys just don't like hearing that one, do they?
No.
Hey, really fast before we go to break, ratings came out yesterday for New York City, but it's a new rating system that doesn't go into effect until, I think, next month or the month after.
Yes.
And once again, this fine radio show is number one across the board with men.
That's right.
And moving up with the females, by the way. Moving up with the females.
The way this system works is that we only ask white people in Jersey.
And Anthony pointed out in the office, because the corporate guys, they're already looking at the new rating system, even though it doesn't go into effect until September or October.
The suits, Opie.
Right, the suits. Anthony goes, as soon as this goes into effect, we're going to plummet.
It's just going to plummet.
It's just our luck.
Yeah.
Just our luck.
That's what happens. It's like not really used right now. It's looked at, but not used.
Right.
Like other rating systems. And, the second it's used, it plummeted. What happened?
We went way up. We even became number one men, 25-54, beating out wins here in New York. So we have a lot more to say than that dumb news station with that dumb ticker. I think it's our traffic and weather together on the 8s that put us over the top.
Of course it is.
Yes. 877-212-ONA. So New York City and Jersey and Westchester and Long Island and points in between.
Parts
I don't
of
know.
Connecticut. Parts of Lower New Jersey, perhaps parts of...
Yeah.
Whatever.
We thank you. Thank you.
And you thank us.
Thank you. It's Opie and Anthony. A couple quick things, and then we're going to move on to other things. Yesterday afternoon, I went for a loop in the park, a little bike ride in Central Park, and I'm riding, and I ride past this guy, a double amputee with spatula feet.
Oh, you had them, the spatula feet there.
Spatula feet guy.
Those springy spatula feet.
And he was there with like a small film crew, and they were filming something. And I was riding by, and then I'm like, man, I got to talk to this guy. And I rarely stop for anybody. And I ended up stopping and talking to this guy. His name's Scott Rigsby. And I took a picture of him, a few pictures. They're up on ondayradio.com right now if you want to check them out. And I found out that he is the first double amputee to complete a triathlon. And
that's rough.
And he even said, he goes, look at me, I got the body of like a football player. I mean, he's pretty much ripped, but he's a bigger dude. Like, it's obvious he played football in high school. He's not one of these, thin athlete types. And I even asked him, like, well, when you're doing the swimming part of a triathlon, do you, like, take the spatula... I didn't say spatula feet off.
Of course not.
I didn't say spatula feet.
Agree. Do you take the spatula feet off and then, like, have something else that you put on so you can swim better? And that's when he told me, no, that's my disadvantage. I swam without any real feet to kind of push me along.
To kick.
And this was
kick.
This was the Hawaiian Triathlon. Maybe Stump Brain could give me...
The Ironman, yeah.
The Ironman, yeah. So I believe you have to run a marathon. I believe you have to bike up to 100.
Yeah, it should be 100 miles. It's a good swimming distance, and then you run a full marathon, 26.2 miles.
And we don't know how long the swim is?
The swim, I believe, is like 2.4 miles. So I'm trying to get the exact. But
so here's a double amputee. He biked 100 miles. He ran a marathon, and he swam 2.4 miles. Right?
Yeah, they start swimming, then they ride, and then they finish with a marathon run. It's unbelievable.
Why do they finish with the marathon? That seems like the worst part. Why not the bike ride? You can cruise a little.
Yeah, no kidding.
Coast.
That's a very good point, Jimmy. But, man, I was inspired by the guy because I got bad news from my doctor yesterday. I got a bad wing, and I might have to get a little orthoscopic surgery or whatever to fix a tendon in there. So I was going for a bike ride, a little bummed out, like, because I like working out. I like trying to be active, and it's gonna put me on the sideline for a little while.
Yeah.
Down the road when I figure it all out. And then I run into this guy, and I'm not bummed anymore. The guy inspired me. I'm like, He doesn't even have
no
legs. And he's doing triathlon, so I'm not bummed about my dumb wing anymore.
You should have said to him, dude, I know how you feel.
Because my arm.
Of course, I had to make it about me a little bit. I'm like, yeah, I got bad news. I got a torn tendon in my
Did you say that to him?
in my right shoulder. But then I turn around. I'm like, but look, now I'm not bummed anymore. Look at you.
Exactly. But boy, those feet must be great when there's an ice cream thing and no scoopers. You tried to take lemons and make lemonade.
But the pictures I took while I was in the park, they're up on onaradio.com. And I invited, if it's all right with you guys, I invited the guy in. I think he's going to stop by Monday to talk about his story, because I think he was thrown from a vehicle. It was just horrific what happened to him, and he turned it around, and now he's doing triathlons, which is pretty amazing. Oh, here it is. 2.4-mile swim. You start with the swim, right? Yeah. So you start with the swim. This guy can't use his freaking legs. And then it's a 112-mile bike ride.
Oh, jeez.
Across a desert.
Across a desert.
Yeah, nice and flat. Yeah. Easy.
Right. And then you jump on your spatula feet and you run a marathon. How the F did this guy do this?
Why do they run at the end? I don't get. Running is the worst part. I couldn't bike that far.
No way.
Unless it was all downhill.
Yeah.
They start at the top of a 112-mile hill. I'd be happy to participate in that.
So the pictures are up on onaradio.com. And then the other thing, really, really fast, I am watching the greatest, no offense to Lucky Louie, Jimmy.
No, none taken.
No
Lucky
offense.
Louie.
No offense, but I got to say, the greatest cable show ever. No offense to The Wire. Love The Wire, too.
Mm-hmm.
No offense to Rescue Me. But the greatest cable show ever. And Roland has been telling me for a few weeks. He finally gave me the first season.
Hey, you watch this.
I am so hooked on Californication.
Oh, really?
Starring David Duchovny.
Uh-huh.
And what? It rules, right? And I'll tell you why it rules.
Because Pam Adlon's in it.
She's in it from Lucky Louie. Very good, Jimmy.
Oh.
Louie's wife from Lucky Louie. I already saw her naked. Matter of fact, I'm only 2.
She was naked in that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They show Pam naked?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I would like to see that.
Get it on the internet. I'm sure it's there.
Let me tell you why this is the greatest show ever. I'm only 2 episodes in, by the way, and I'm making this.
2 episodes.
Yeah. Each episode shows a minimum of 4 ridiculously hot chicks naked.
Really?
Each episode. I'm 2 episodes in. I've seen close to 8 girls naked already.
Like those old Showtime series. They used to just have nudity in for no reason.
And Dave Duchovny, he's a sex addict, Jimmy, and he's a writer that has like writer's block or something. I don't even know what the story's about, to be honest with you.
You're saying it's great.
And he's picking up broads left and right, and he picks up this one broad that he meets in a bookstore that was reading his book, and he has sex with her, and in the middle of her, like kind of, can I say that she was in the
throes of passion.
Well, he was laying down,
uh-huh.
And she's doing her thing. And in the middle of them having just great sex, she starts hauling off and punching him in the eye, because that's what she's into. And then it turns out later on in the episode that it's the daughter of his ex-wife's boyfriend.
Daughter?
Did I get it right?
Yeah.
His ex-wife's new boyfriend's daughter, who's 16 years old. How great is this show?
Wow.
How great is this
Oops.
show? Look at E-Rock. I haven't seen him smile in months.
Did you just drop an F-bomb?
Oh, yeah. He did? What did he say?
It's effing awesome.
Oh, yeah, E-Rock.
Nice to know the teenage nudity.
Yeah, E-Rock said it's effing awesome. Why is it effing awesome?
The bald guy from Sex and the City who plays David's book agent is a total mess throughout the whole series.
Yeah. Is he? I'm only 2 episodes in. I don't know anything. I just know he's had a lot of sex so far.
Yeah,
a lot of sex.
He's married to Pam.
Yeah.
You know a guy from Sex and the City? You know that the guy was on it?
Yeah.
I kind of knew, too.
Oh, Jesus.
He was the bald guy.
Well, I remember you used to watch it all the time.
Evan Handler.
See, even Stump Brain knows.
Well, he's Stump Brain. He's supposed to know.
He's a good guy. He's a local New York actor. I think he lives over by you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him around. Yeah, David Duchovny's coming in on July 25th. That's not why I'm bringing this up. I was bored. There was nothing on TV. I'm like, this Californication Roland's talking about. First episode, it opens up with David Duchovny having sex with some girl, and her husband comes home. So now he has to fight his way out of the house, basically, and drive off. Then he goes home to his house, and his daughter comes to him and goes, "Why is there a naked woman in your bed?" And then later on in the same episode, he has the sex where he's getting punched in the face by the 16-year-old. This was all in the first, and the pilot was only a half hour, I think.
Sounds like a great role for David Duchovny. What the hell? He must love this.
So I just want to acknowledge that Californication. Look, there you go. Look at what you get to see.
Hey.
Look what you get to see.
What about that, Jimmy?
Nice. That's the 16-year-old girl that's punching him as she's having sex with David Duchovny. There you go. Mr. Skin, thank you once again. Coming through for the show.
Look up Pam Adlon. I'd love to see her naked.
So,
she is.
Is that her?
I don't know it. Oh, she's not nude, though.
She's not naked there. A little is that boobie popping out?
Let's see her ass. Pam is nice.
Yeah, okay.
It's not a good shot, though.
Little boy shorts.
It's flat from this angle.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's nicer from this side.
All right. Hey, let's say hi to Andrew in Maryland. Andrew, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, Owen? Hey, how you doing, Jimmy?
Hey, bud. How am I? I'm not good. How are you?
I'm not too bad. I'm tired. I'm going to work.
Okay.
What do you got there, sir?
No, I wanted to call and promote. You were talking about this guy doing a triathlon and all.
Yeah.
I wanted to promote a ultra marathon that me and 4 other Marines are doing to help raise money for the Injured Marine Semper Fi program.
Oh, did you email me, bro?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I don't know if I got back to you. And I did get an email from this guy about this.
Yeah, what we're doing is we're starting in Philadelphia, in Tun Tavern is where the Marine Corps started back in 1775. We've decided to start our run from the original birthplace of the Marine Corps in the year and do the distance of 177.5 miles. That was the year the Marine Corps started. We're going to run almost 40 miles per day to the Iwo Jima Memorial in D.C., including the Marine Corps Marathon. We're doing this, of course, to help raise money for the Injured Marine Semper Fi Fund. Currently, we're at $6,000, and we're trying to make our way up to $25,000. And I was hoping if anybody could get on active.com and do a search for it, help donate, or you could easily go on to the Injured Marine Semper Fi program, or Injured Marine Semper Fi Fund, and help donate that way.
I have no idea what you just said, but I think you got some knowledge out there because, wow, E-Rock is just showing pictures from Californication. Look at this one.
She's got it in her mouth.
Oh, my God, look at this one.
So, look, all right.
Maybe that's one of the things you should put up on our website, pictures of that. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, what we'll do is we'll tell people that all the naked pictures from Californication is on your website, and then you'll get some major traffic today.
But you
guys care if I send you my email with the website that we have, and you guys post it up?
Yeah, we'll throw it up there.
Just tell Travis.
Yeah, hold on.
The air. Travis, get his info off the air.
We'll put it on. It sounds like a great cause. Actually, I was just messing with you, Andrew. We'll pop it up on onaradio.com. Hold on a second, okay?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
All right, man. Let's go to Bruce in Queens Village. Bruce, what's up?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Pretty good, man.
Yeah, I'm a first-time caller, probably last time, but I just wanted to say, Anthony, you really think the black man got it equal nowadays?
Well, no.
Let me answer that for you.
I'm saying that it's a lot easier, and anybody that kind of assimilates to society, gets a little education, and works hard, has an equal opportunity in this country to do something. That's all.
Anthony, be that as it may, I'm sorry, but do you not remember the times where, people were marching in the streets for their freedom?
Yeah.
No, Anthony, look. Did they fight? What did they do? They marched, right?
Uh-huh.
What did they chant? I want freedom. I want to be treated equal as a man.
Uh-huh.
And that's what God says, right? So a lot of white people go by the word of God. And you telling me that God did not say that every man is created equal?
Yeah, that was a while ago. I'm just saying that nowadays things are different. That's all.
Anthony, it's not different. What are you talking about?
It's so different.
If you go to the South, Anthony, if you go to a predominantly white neighborhood, you're not going to see a black person going in there.
Well, if I go to a predominantly black neighborhood, I'm going to get my ass handed to me.
No, you're not.
Oh, please.
He goes to Bedford-Stuyvesant. He's not.
I'm going to go to East New York. I'm going to go to East New York tonight and walk around.
Anthony, they treat anybody like. I mean, there are a few people, a couple of gangsters who I don't like either. But it's not like everybody's out there to hurt you. they have families, Anthony, and they're nice people. It's just a few that mess it up for everybody.
You're being unrealistic, though, by saying that if you walk into a white neighborhood in the South, you're a dead man, but if Anthony walks through...
No, Jimmy, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the chances of you going in there and them not being on you and telling you to get your black ass out of there and then calling the cops and saying some bullcrap, and a KKK walking by the street, and Jimmy, that happened.
I wish someone would call the cops if I was in East New York.
Dude, when you look, the KKK, who has a terrible history, but look in recent times, the lack of... I mean, they're an irrelevant...
Yeah.
They don't do anything anymore. The KKK...
10 guys standing
is
there.
Symbolically a terrible organization, but they've done nothing in years and years and years. Nobody listens to those morons.
Look, Jimmy, they don't have to do anything because I don't see how the media portrays it that, the black man has it better, which is true, but they're not equal, Jimmy. They're nowhere.
I'm not saying they're equal. I was only talking about... Hold on. I'm not saying they're equal. You can't say that I'm saying that. I'm not. What I was talking about was this white guilt, which is irritating me, and it skewers the coverage. What's that?
They deserve white guilt. Are you telling me they should not feel guilty about the Jim Crow laws hanging people?
No.
Wait, hold on now.
Who should feel guilty?
Who should feel guilty?
Who should feel guilty?
Who should feel guilty?
The white man.
Why? I didn't do anything.
Anthony, you're not white. You're Italian. Look, Jimmy,
I love how they say that.
But wait.
They beat him.
I'm not sure what you're saying. Who should feel guilty? You think I should feel guilty?
Jimmy, I'm not saying you. I'm saying...
Then who?
Honestly, you as a race should look back and say, we did wrong. But
what? Whoa. Hold on. Okay, if I'm going to take responsibility for the actions of other white people, then why can't I take credit for the actions of others? It's silly.
Jimmy, it came out the wrong way for me to say it, but what I'm trying to say is, the ancestors, I'm not saying that you should pay them back. I don't believe in reparations, but I'm saying that you can't just say, he's my equal, because you still got black people who have it instilled in their minds, my great-great-grandfather was probably beaten to death by your great-great-grandfather.
Fine, but not with me. If you want to go with ancestors... I'm not saying
it's your fault, Jimmy, but look, that's how it is.
Okay, well, if that's how it is... then you have to look at it that way, too. I'm not going to take 1 ounce of responsibility. I have no guilt, and my family has no guilt because they're from Ireland. They immigrated to the United States in the 1920s.
All right, so then, honestly, Jimmy, to a certain extent, you should know...
And the Irish people had it easy in this country.
Treated like crap to somebody who thinks they're better than you, Jimmy.
What's that?
You should know how it feels that, somebody who has more money, when your family came over from Ireland, I'm pretty sure they won't treat it as an equal.
Probably treated terribly, but honestly, I have no connection to that. I'm only saying as far as guilt is concerned, you're saying that white guilt is a good thing, and what you don't seem to get is that it's based on elitism. It's based on a superiority complex. It's not based on seeing somebody as equal. A guilt complex is based on I am running things, and I am better than and smarter than and more powerful than you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not based on a real... It's not based on a real connection. It's not based on anything honest, other than this little twinge in me that feels bad that I'm doing better than the child. That's what white guilt is based on.
Jimmy, that's what it means. But what I'm trying to say is that it should have never been like that, Jimmy.
All right.
Maybe, fine, fair enough. It shouldn't have been, but it is. And so, my point is that the newspapers don't cover it accurately. That's all.
Yeah.
All right, Bruce.
You're not going to get along.
Bruce, I got to cut you off because there's so many people that want
the
in
phones
today.
are lit.
Thank you, Bruce. All right.
right.
Bruce, Queens Village. Really fast. I was talking about naked broads. What happened? Now we're back to the race thing. I was trying over here.
People, you can't get away from the race.
I was really
thing.
trying to bring us all together.
It is such a hot button.
Paul in Boston, yes.
Hey, good morning, boys.
Hey.
How you doing?
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thanks, bud.
Tomorrow.
I love
actually,
the show.
Saturday.
I'm riding my motorcycle to work, and I'm listening to you guys on the radio, and you started talking about Californication.
Yeah.
It is such an awesome show. You know who that 16-year-old girl is, right?
No.
She's the little girl from The Nanny.
Are you kidding?
Oh, look at her.
We get to see the little girl from The Nanny naked now?
Oh,
Is that who that is? Wow.
There it says it, The Nanny, 1993 to 1999, Grace Sheffield.
Pull that back up again.
There you go.
Now I got to see.
Now that's some
always
fine
good
knowledge from Paul. Thank you, Paul.
It's just, why is it that when girl child stars take their clothes off, it's just really hot? Like, look at her.
She finished The Nanny 9 years ago. Wow. Look at
yeah.
That was a nice little C's.
Oh my God, this show is ridiculous.
So pop up an old picture.
Yeah,
see what she looked like.
Yeah.
That makes it hot.
This show is ridiculous. I don't even know what they're trying to accomplish with this show.
Opie, I think it's I think it's titillation.
Titillation.
So I think it's changing and titillating.
Let's go to Jared in Boston. That's the same girl.
Oh my God, that's her.
I can't even look at this.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like the same girl.
No, her cans are a lot smaller.
Jared, Boston, what's up?
Hey guys.
Hey.
So let me get this straight. You say this is the best show ever because it's like porno. Hello, porno's great.
Porno rules, but I kind of like the shows like Californication a little better because it's more like real life stuff and there's something left to the imagination. I'm one of those guys. I like something left to the imagination.
Yeah, the charges pressed after. That's what I left.
Give me
the imagination.
Give me the opening scene of Californication. They get you hooked, man. Like, look at this. This was the opening scene, Jimmy. Dave Duchovny waking up in bed with this beautiful woman.
I'll have to ask what's her name, Tia Leone?
Huh?
Isn't that his wife?
Yeah.
How she feels about
no kidding
him in this show.
You know what sucks? David Duchovny came in to promote this show, and we're like, yeah, whatever. What's up with the X-Files thing?
Yeah, when's the X-Files movie coming out?
Now all we're going to talk about is this Californication show. What's wrong,
with
Jimmy?
that? Cans. Beautiful.
Oh yeah, he's now going under the sheets to go find something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how this thing started.
It's David Duchovny's ass. Wonderful.
Well, he had to leave the house because the husband came home, you know.
What did he go into the sheets to find? An iPod that's synced properly?
Oops.
What happened, Jimmy?
Nothing at all, just curious. Maybe he put a bunch of apps on and couldn't sync his iPod.
Boy.
He's going to lose all his information again. Maybe.
Oh, boy.
Maybe that's what happened.
We got a brand new app to turn everyone on to today. We'll do it after the break.
Yes.
We're all about the apps here on the Opie and Anthony
What's
show.
the app?
The BlackBerry. It's a brand new app. You upload it, and all of a sudden you don't lose your information anymore.
Oh, Jesus.
Click your can hot sync.
Oh, poor Jimmy.
Jimmy's losing his mind. Melina from Cleveland. Good morning to Cleveland, by the way. Melina, what's up?
Nothing. I just thought in and say that I love your show. I'm 21 years old. I'm black. I'm a black female. I actually listen to the show.
Thank you.
Nice.
And I still love it. And all this stuff about racism, black people need to get over it. Happened a long time ago. Grow up. When everybody came over, they faced it too. Japanese Americans, Irish, Latinos, everybody. So they just need to grow the fuck up and get over it.
I'm not going to say, obviously, Africans that were brought over here probably had it a lot worse than any other group that came over during the boom of immigration, when you're just kind of scooped up and thrown on a ship and taken here to work for free. I can understand that's a little rougher than someone immigrating here with, 5 cents in their pocket and opening up a fruit stand on the street. But
their own people sold them to slavery.
Right.
But
it's like you wasn't there. You didn't go through it. So
yeah.
I'll be saying stuff about white people too. What? I'm racist. What? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, we all are to an extent.
I agree with that.
Crying, it's sad. Get over it. You're not going through it.
The 400-year-old stuff you could really get over. Like Jimmy said, though, the stuff from the 60s, the segregation, whites only fountains and bathrooms and stuff like that. That obviously is a little more recent and still strikes a nerve. But I think that if you look at the contrast between that and now and the short period of time that did pass, you could almost say it's an advantage that it was so close, because you see this radical contrast that we went from that to, like I said before, a black man on the threshold of being the president of the United States in a relatively short period of time.
Black people, my guess, though, is a lot of guys, I'm sorry to cut you off, are just sick of hearing that. They're probably sick of, look how good you're doing now, or look at how nice things are now, or look how much progress there's been. I'm just saying, they probably, as a group, until that is not even a part of the equation anymore, there's probably going to be this lingering resentment.
So the resentment plays itself out by shooting each other and innocent children and barging into houses and robbing convenience stores. And I understand there's some resentment there, but look how it's playing out. It's playing out in a horrific way that makes the general population of this country a little prejudiced.
I think as time goes on, as generations are removed, no, that stuff. Look, people are shooting each other. No, I mean, this behavior. That's behavior. Why people are behaving that way is why who knows?
Disproportionate.
You guys are missing something that's very important with this conversation that's going on right now, and Chris from Florida is going to point it out too here.
Dude.
This Melina sounds hot as hell.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Chris in Florida. Chris,
Hey, guys.
you hear it too, right, sir?
I do. Melina, not for nothing, but you sound like you should be chained up in a bedroom.
What?
Jesus.
Mine.
Melina, you got a really sexy, like I don't know, like a sexy bedroom voice. You sound really hot.
Wow, thanks.
But
I'm just saying, like, I love your show.
Thanks.
Because it's like, I'm proud of what happened before, how black people stood up for their rights and stuff like that. But it's honestly, people just need to. It's sad because they're blaming their problems to other people.
All right.
Like, I go to school, I work.
There you go.
I'm
See.
better myself. So I mean, you need to overcome those obstacles for yourself and stop blaming your Dom Cummins on what other people were doing. It's sad and it's ignorant. And
we're just not far enough removed from it yet, and nobody likes it because we only have our own time judgment, which is 10 years seems like forever.
Yeah.
But there are still people riding around who had dogs turned on them. Look, call me a liberal. It's just hard.
Liberal.
To get someone to forget that. I wouldn't forget it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't forget it. And if my father was telling me stories about, we would go to the store, and if I looked at a white woman, look, if that's still too close. Sorry, that's the reality of it.
All right. Speaking of Californication. Trying to bring everyone together today. I was mistaken. The opening scene of this Californication show, the pilot, was Dave Duchovny in a church, Anthony. And he was having some problems.
Uh-oh.
And he was talking to a nun, and the nun decided one way to get past all the problems he was having was to, get on her knees and do something for David.
Really?
Yes.
Did Bill Donahue have a problem?
All I was thinking as I'm watching the scene is, wow, Bill Donahue cannot be happy with this scene.
No.
That's how the pilot opened. I messed up. And then it goes to him. So in the first episode, you had a nun getting on her knees. Really hot nun, by the way. Then the second scene, he was in bed with some guy's chick. Third scene, he goes home, and daughter comes running in the room and goes, "Why is there a naked broad in your bed?" Fourth scene was sex with a 16-year-old that's punching him in the face as she's hitting her you-know-what.
Jeez.
Not good, so at least it's realistic.
This could be the greatest show
Yeah.
ever, and I'm only... I'm not even 2 complete episodes in because I didn't really need to watch the second half of the second episode, if you know what I mean.
Nice they're showing the lonely, ugly angle of the sex addict.
Right.
Nice they're showing the hours where you're alone on Craigslist until your back hurts.
Well...
Let's say hi to Dan
Holy
the trucker.
Jesus, did that girl grow up?
Yeah, we're looking at video of the girl from Nanny. I'm really... there she goes punching David in the face as she's completely naked.
And you would just lay there and take it. Forget it. Just punch me.
Dan the trucker, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
I just wanted to thank you for that recommendation on The Wire like a couple of months ago.
Sure.
Yeah, I went out and rented season 1 and 2. I bought 3 and 4 because you couldn't find it. And I watched all 4 seasons in like 8 days.
It's so addicting, man, because the fact that it's never gotten an Emmy. When do Emmy nominations come out? I don't even know if it was ever nominated, and it shows you how the amazing acting on that show, the interesting storylines, the great characters.
Because it was a very black show, Jimmy, and they're very racist when it comes to
I don't know if it's that
giving black shows Emmys,
or if it's because they went outside the Hollywood system, like they shot in Baltimore. I don't know what that is.
Who knows? But it was an amazing show. I'm very picky with my TV viewing. I'm going with Californication. I'm taking a peek at this Weeds. I might start looking at Weeds next. So, but I got to get through Californication now. Thank you, Dan.
Yeah, I'm gonna check out Californication, and you can get it at DVD, right?
I don't know. Roland gave me. I'm not sure if he gave me a advanced copy of season 1. I'm not really sure. Maybe Roland could. No, it is out there. Okay. Travis is giving me the thumbs up. All right, Dan.
All right, man. See you guys.
Thank you. Now I can't wait for David Duchovny to be on the show because that's all I want to talk about.
He's coming in the 25th.
Yes. Let's say hi to James from New Hampshire. We're going to sum up the whole race thing with James' phone call as we go to break here. James.
Hey, I just wanted to sum it up with a quote from the great Ron Bennington. It was a conversation on racism, and he said simply, I'm sorry that some guy I didn't know didn't pay some guy you didn't know for some work he might have done.
And that sums it up right there. Amen to Ronnie B. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll continue. Don't forget, David Tell's on today, right?
I think
David Tell's going to be promoting the Gong Show. He should be here very, very soon, so stay there. Opie and Anthony, thanks for checking us out. We greatly appreciate that. We know we're a bunch of dicks, but we do appreciate our listeners. Can't wait to see a lot of familiar faces at the comedy show we're doing. August 2nd, PNC Bank Arts Center, Homedale, New Jersey. We're going to start giving away a lot of tickets starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're going to have a lot of the comedians from the show coming in starting, I think, next week, Monday or Tuesday. But it's going to be a great show. It's the only one we're doing, so we're very, very excited. Ticketmaster is where you can get the tickets. Also, Virus Tour, one word on MySpace. But you got Norton, Patrice O'Neill, Mike Birbiglia, Nick DiPaolo, Greg Giraldo, Bob Kelly, Rich Voss, Otto and George, possibly another comedian that we'll announce, and definitely at least one surprise. One big surprise already.
Ooh.
And that's all we can say about that. 877-212-0-A. So this Dark Knight, my God. Got an email from Roland very early this morning. Dark Knight speeding towards Friday. Selling. 90% sold out already. Batman will play in a record 4,300 plus theaters. What else? Studio sources tell me that record-breaking advance ticket sales for Batman, The Dark Knight continue to grow at a pace unlike any other film in history.
Wow.
This is what death gives you, by the way.
It's going to be a biggie.
A lot of people are checking it out just because Heath Ledger died.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those.
I know the movie has a tremendous buzz, but it didn't hurt matters that Heath Ledger died. Even the number of locations in North America where the comic book caper will be playing, 4,366, is an industry record. There are also approximately 3,000 theaters that will start screening the movie at 12:01 a.m. Friday. That's incredible. At midnight, there's going to be 3,000 theaters offering this movie. By all accounts, this should be Hollywood's best ever 3-day overall North American weekend at the box office. It just goes on and on, but obviously this is just a monster.
It's going to break the record of any movie?
That's what they're saying. 3-day total for any weekend, and it just goes,
even Soul Plane?
Yeah, even Soul Plane, my friend. That's
hard to believe.
That only played in 2 theaters.
Plane.
Oh, okay.
I know the IMAX here in New York City, it's been sold out. It's going to be sold out for the next 3 weeks, and that's probably getting closer to 4 weeks sold out. So, with that said, Sam brought in The Joker Through the Years. Jimmy and I saw Dark Knight. This is a Heath Ledger movie. It's all about the Joker. It should be just called The Joker.
Yeah, absolutely.
He blows Christian Bale away, and Christian Bale's a very good Batman. But
do your imitation, Jimmy. I like Jimmy's imitation of Batman. Not Bruce Wayne, Batman.
I'm Batman. You never will. You never will. I never got to think. You never will.
Ooh. Creepy Batman music. He's a little gravelly when he talks.
I don't want people to recognize me. Even though if I didn't, I would cover my entire face. But I leave half of it exposed and then go through the inconvenience of talking like this.
That's
Thank God for Morgan Freeman. He made me a cape. I hope he hangs himself again. Enough already. We get it. You're black and wise.
That's a really good point. Why would you cover half your face? You just want people to know who you are.
Of course.
You
Ego
pompous
trip.
ass. Right. And once again, gotta applaud Morgan Freeman's performance. Once again, he did the impossible. He played Morgan Freeman in another movie.
No one else plays Morgan Freeman quite like Morgan Freeman.
Right. And we said it yesterday. They shouldn't say character played by Morgan Freeman. They should just say Morgan Freeman as Morgan
himself.
Freeman. Because he's the same role in every effing movie he does.
Yeah.
Someone's got to call that out. Because Hollywood certainly won't. Spider-Man made $151 million in 3 days, so that's the number the Dark Knight is looking for.
I'm saying $36 billion first opening day.
perhaps a lot less than that. So I think Anthony wanted this. The Joker through the years.
No, I wanted Batman through the years. Somebody else wanted Joker.
Oh, okay. We did
Cool.
Batman through the years. Now we're going to do the
Joker.
The Joker through the years.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger, by far the best Joker. Simple as that. You'll see when you see the movie. It all started with Cesar Romero.
Cesar Romero.
Yeah, when he played the Joker on that TV show there.
Yeah, the Batman TV show.
In this clip, he breaks up a fight between Penguin and the Riddler. And then he uses a hand buzzer. This is just like what Heath
Horrible.
Ledger's doing in The Dark Knight, by the way.
Just horrid.
This would be way better to do after everyone sees the movie, trust me. But with that said, Cesar Romero as the Joker.
Why, you sniveling sardine? Are you pompous, puffed up penguin? Our friends make peace. Have a shake on me. Ooh, a joke a day keeps the gloom away.
Does it?
Hey.
You're looking with
well.
TV in the 60s.
He decided to play it over the top.
Yeah, he did the...
over the top...
He actually
portrayal.
was very similar to the Joker that Jimmy was doing yesterday.
Yeah.
He was making little jokes.
This is the kid now. Our joke's on you. You filthy criminals.
Batman stunk.
Yeah, well.
Emotionless bore.
I'm sure Adam West is like doing a lot of interviews in the next few weeks. I don't understand why they didn't ask me to be in this movie.
They never asked me.
They never asked me. I'm insulted.
Get
stink, Adam.
to the Batcave.
Robin, I've got to.
That's it. It's all slow, kind of. Robin, we need to look at the Bat computer. The bore.
It's all set. He puts his foot here, my secret Jack-in-the-Box fires, shooting him up through the window, out over the sea, into the waiting arms of Penguin's exploding octopus. What a deliciously humorous trajectory.
Why not just shoot him?
Jimmy, you beat me to it. Why?
He's got a Jack in the Box.
Why
and
the elaborate plan?
an exploding octopus.
When you could get some kind of AK or something. What are you doing?
Well, the exploding octopus is Penguin's.
Right.
And the Jack in the Box is his.
Yeah. They all got to get involved.
Well, wouldn't you be suspicious if there was a Joker character in your city and you saw a huge Jack in the Box in
You'd
your
probably
city?
like call the bomb squad.
Right. Wouldn't that be giving your plan away?
Yeah.
A giant Jack in the Box in Gotham City.
Not with Chief O'Hara, apparently. Oh, look, someone's giving us a giant gift, Batman.
Open it up.
Yeah, he was a dummy.
What a dope.
All right, and then we move on to Jack Nicholson, who everyone thought was an amazing Joker. We said it yesterday after seeing Heath Ledger and what he did with the character. Jack Nicholson looks like an SNL skit now. He really does, and that's tough to say because everyone loves Jack Nicholson.
Yes.
In general, but now it's just ridiculous his portrayal.
Mirror. Mirror!
You understand that the nerves were completely severed, Mr. Napier. You see what I have to work with here.
Did he talk at all? Him talking?
Yeah, well,
how was that?
Of course.
Yeah,
Just
the next-
laughing?
Yeah, I mean, but he was a good Joker. I want to hear him talk.
He did, he took it to the dark side, which a lot of people applauded.
Yeah.
Your life won't be worth spit!
I've been dead once already. It's very liberating. You should think of it as therapy.
Jack, listen. Maybe we can cut a deal.
Jack is dead, my friend. You can call me Joker. And as you can see, I'm a lot happier.
Not bad, you know.
It was fine. I mean, he did a nice job. By the way, the nerve of us to just talk about Nicholson.
I know.
Not bad. He did a fine job.
Yeah.
You were in that theater, though, Jimmy. I mean, Heath Ledger, wow.
Yeah, but I mean, just the way we're talking about Jack is a nice try, kid.
Yeah. Better luck next time.
Why doesn't Gene Shalit stop it? Oh.
Always brings a smile to my face. Winged freak. Terrorizes. Wait till they get a load of me.
The big line, the catchphrase.
Well, you get the idea. We got more clips of Jack, but now we move on to
Heath Ledger.
Well, no, we got Mark Hamill. He did the animated Joker. Jimmy, come on, you got to know the history of the Joker. This was
Luke Skywalker.
This was Mark Hamill as the Joker in the animated series.
Think, you fool. Once he gets me, how long till he gets you? You know what I'm talking about. Your hands are just as dirty. Dirtier. Don't touch me, old man.
I don't know where you've been. Oh, sir.
C-3PO?
No one could take a joke like you. Of course I'll help you out.
Really?
Certainement. No way is anybody going to hurt my pal Sal. That's it. That's what I want to see. A nice big smile.
Yuck. Yeah, I'm not feeling that one.
But if it's a cartoon, it's probably, for Saturday morning cartoon or something.
Well, it was like an animated movie. It was supposed
there it is.
Supposed to be dark.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lexi, I'm hurt. How could you have this little party without inviting me?
It's not a party.
But seriously, Lex, you need me.
Like I need skin rash.
Maybe so, but I know something you don't know. I know how the bat thinks.
Well, we're in the middle of doing the Joker through the years, but we have a huge window here in New York City, and
don't even look at them.
All right,
my ass hanging out.
and we got window washers. They're literally seconds away from moving down and doing our massive window. And Jimmy has moved to this microphone over here, and Jimmy pretty much has his pants off, and the window washers are going to just see Jimmy's ass any second now.
Yeah.
All right, just don't look at them.
Kenny is staring at your ass.
Of course he is. He's seen it before.
Yeah.
But he's like really looking.
Now, just tell me when they come down, but don't look at them if we can help it.
All right.
Like
we're easily distracted.
Of course we are. My delicious ass stops any show, and I can't hot sink. I'm I want to throw myself through the window.
No, well, this would be stupid now because you'd just get caught in the window washer.
I know, I wouldn't go very far.
Scaffolding, and you'd have your pants down, and they'd laugh at you.
All right, here. Well, all right, here they go.
That thing comes down very unsteadily.
Right. Yeah, I probably wouldn't be
the window washers.
I'm not looking at them.
Are now outside our window. They are washing.
Can they see me or no? It doesn't matter.
I don't know.
Are they looking through at my delicious ass? Probably
not. I'm taking little.
I don't think
glasses.
I don't think they're interested in your delicious ass.
Probably not.
Actually, he just looked right at me.
Yeah, he's kind of looking inside a little bit, but he doesn't notice your ass yet.
Oh boy, is he missing out? It's feeling good.
Yeah,
he soaped the window up and everything.
Yeah,
it's not soap, Ant.
Oh,
that's the reaction to what he's looking at. Get it, folks?
Should we knock on the window so we get some kind of reaction?
No,
I don't think they notice that you're mooning them right now.
That's fine. Let them not notice. Let them just plummet.
I'm wondering if perhaps this is a mirrored building.
Oh, really? You don't think they could see inside?
This might be a very dark glass mirrored building.
Yeah,
it's not.
We've waved to people.
That's right. We have. Good point, Sam.
Well,
we've waved to people.
He's looked a couple of times in, but I don't think you.
He's probably just trying.
When your life is on the line and you're dangling from a couple of cables. Oh, no, the other guy's looking right at you now. He's looking right at.
And now he's telling his guy.
Now he's telling his buddy.
He's got a little smile on his face.
He goes, "Look at that guy's ass is out." Okay, now they
see your ass.
Now your ass.
This guy's like, "Will you hurry?" He's laughing his ass
now he's
off.
laughing.
All right, and this guy's like, "What's going on?" What? They're laughing their asses off. And like real men, they turned around because they don't want to see your ass anymore, Jimmy.
Oh, that's funny. They started laughing.
Yeah.
He needed his buddy to tell him that.
Yeah.
And then E-Rock just wants me to go over the top and press my ass against the glass. I don't want to insult their manhood and come up with machetes.
There you go.
But now I can't move because I feel kind of silly.
Yeah, now it's
I'll have
just
to wait
silly.
till they're gone.
Well, they're laughing.
They're
their asses
almost down below. Now he's laughing.
They're totally in now.
Very hard. He's laughing.
They're like, why don't you wave to them or something?
No, and I looked and smiled. Let them take another look.
They can't wait to move that. What is it called? The rigging. The window washing rigging. All right, they're.
God bless them both. That was a good one.
Goodbye.
All right.
All right.
That was funny.
The Joker through the years. Then we get to
Jimmy's the Joker.
Oh, come on. Let me switch with Sam.
A lovely ass.
We got a little Heath Ledger just to bring this whole thing around.
Mm-hmm.
So far, we heard Cesar Romero from the TV show, Jack Nicholson, Mark Hamill from the animated series, and now you get to Heath Ledger. And there's no spoilers here. This is some of the audio they've been playing like crazy on the trailers.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are tonight's entertainment.
I only have one question. Where is Harvey Dent? You know where Harvey is? Do you know who he is?
Do you know where I can find Harvey? I need to talk to him about something. Just something little, huh? No. You know, I'll settle for his loved ones.
We're not intimidated by thugs.
You know, you remind me of my father.
I hated my father.
That doesn't even do it justice because that was all him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little Harvey Dent just trying to be casual.
Yeah.
Party with his filthy hair.
Yeah, his filthy hair.
There's a knife.
Yeah.
Menacing everybody with a knife.
One more here.
Where do we begin? A year ago, these cops and lawyers wouldn't dare cross any of you. I mean, what happened?
So what are you proposing?
It's simple. Kill the Batman. This city deserves a better class of criminal. I'm gonna give it to him. You'll see. I'll show you.
And then finally.
Does it depress you?
Talking to Batman.
How alone you really are. You had plans. Look where that got you. See, to them, you're just a freak. Like me.
Oh my God, unbelievable.
How alone you really are. Yeah, it was great.
Just amazing.
Everything was a close-up with him, too. I mean, it was Roland pointed out yesterday that it was all close-ups.
Yeah.
And it was just amazing.
All right.
I got to see that.
Yeah.
Damn.
We got to take a quick break. We got David Tell. He's joining the show next. Very funny guy, obviously. He's promoting The Gong Show. The Gong Show on Comedy Central. I think it debuts tonight, right? 9:30 or something like that?
Tonight's Thursday, yeah, I think so.
9:30? We'll find out with David Tell next. Stay there. We say good morning to David Tell on the Opie and Anthony Show. Gong Show premieres tonight, 10 o'clock, Comedy Central. Right, Dave?
10 o'clock, yes. Thank you. Sorry for all the coffee.
No worries. Before we get into that, you guys went over to Afghanistan or Iraq?
Yeah, I went over with Artie Lang and, Nick DiPaolo, Jim Florentine, and Gary Delmonte, and we did a little tour, USO tour.
Are you sick of talking about the, what happened? Like you got shot at or something? Are you sick of talking about that yet?
I don't know who even put the story out, but we were on a base. We did our show. They mortared the base pretty much every day at the same time at night, like 9:30. I don't know what that is here. That would be like a week before we left or something. It's like incredible.
Yeah.
And, I guess that was like, that happened. And I didn't hear any explosions. I didn't see any flashes or anything. A siren went off and they took us into the bunkers and they said, we're under attack. And that was, you got to wait for the all clear and all that kind of thing. But it definitely was the highlight of the trip, I guess.
Was it at all scary or?
Yeah, I guess it's pretty scary. I would put it like, above an AIDS test. Just that kind of like, what's going to happen? Because there's nothing you can really do. And I'm in the bunker with the Artie Lang, and, we're all like looking at each other like, what do we do?
Just sit there.
Yeah.
Hope you don't get hit. What are you going to do? You can't run out with a weapon. And
you sit there and wait for the real men to take care of you.
Right.
Well, they just had like a incident over there where it basically was on the wire where the guys were like overrunning the forward operating base, and that's kind of like what I thought. Like when people go, "You're under attack," that's what I thought it would be like. It's a million guys coming at you, wearing turbans,
like
and,
platoon.
You're judo chopping them. So, but yeah, that was I'd say the scariest thing over there is the heat and the smell, because they kind of really keep you safe on the USO. You've done it, Jim, right?
Yeah, well, it was a USO thing. We were in for about a week. We were in Iraq.
Yeah.
I did 2003. I kind of want to go back.
You should. I told you I wanted to go from Afghanistan to Iraq, but I had to come back for the Gong Show. So, show business is important too.
Well, the bigger name you are, the more of a contributor you'll be eventually. That's the way I look at it.
I could just sit there and, tell them a couple stories, maybe.
Most people are like, I was thinking of going from Aruba to St. Thomas.
Yeah,
It's like, Iraq, and then Afghanistan, some crap hole in Chechnya.
Yeah, Kyrgyzstan. And this is a true story because I've said it already, but it is definitely true. A guy in Kyrgyzstan was getting on the plane with a bow and arrow, a real bow and arrow. And nobody was like, no on the ground, no dogs yelling.
No.
Basically, I guess that's a good luck charm or something in Kyrgyzstan. Maybe there's some quail hunting to be done on the plane.
Hysterical. The thing is, all right, you're on a plane with a bow and arrow. How long can you hold that back? A gun you can hold on someone for hours.
Yeah.
That arm's going to start shaking after a few minutes.
You kind of deserve it if you get hit.
Yeah.
With the,
you got to have good bicep muscles.
Yeah, you're really going to hold that back.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, it's really the arrow, not the bow.
Yes, perhaps the arrow part you could stick somebody with.
That arrow.
I missed it. I had such a good joke too, man. I didn't get to it.
Oh, damn.
Dave said I almost went from Afghanistan to Iraq. I should have fired out. Good travel agent.
See?
Laughs that would have gotten.
The USO,
that would have gotten laughs.
Yeah.
The USO is really cool because they always tell you to keep it clean or whatever, or the commanders want it clean. But then when you get there, you can be as filthy as you want usually, and that's kind of the wink and the nod, as I call it. The don't ask, don't tell, but it's more like tell, let it out. Give us details.
But why are they telling you to keep it clean to begin with?
I think it's there's always one churchy commander. It's like, hey fellers, gather around, let's play some ping pong, and who's up for some chocolate? And
come on in for the big win.
Yeah, that guy. So I think it's not to upset him and his cronies. They want you to do some puppetry, maybe a what's his name? Who's the big puppet guy, Jim?
Jeff Dunham?
Yeah, he would be the act they're looking for, I think. Him, there's 3 acts that they would just love. Nobody would be offended or nobody, him.
Oh,
Brian Regan, who's the funniest guy. He's super clean. You can bring your 8-year-old child and your 108-year-old grandma to see him and everybody's having a good time. And that's total respect to him because he's a great comic. He would be good.
Isn't
anybody who's in Ice Capades.
Isn't seeing bodies blown apart a little more offensive than a tasteless joke?
That's why I asked that question.
That's just hysterical.
It seems ridiculous.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to the Gong Show, Dave. It's tonight on Comedy Central, 10 o'clock. And little Jimmy was a judge, right?
Yes, he was. And
it's on 2 of the episodes. I don't know when they're airing, though.
I don't know either, because I basically am left out of the whole loop of the thing. The one I think they reviewed in the Post is not the one tonight, but it's that was one of the ones that's in the Post. It was definitely one of our best ones, and Jim was great. He was super hilarious, and also I'd like to think that constructive criticism. Do you remember your shows? Do you remember the acts or anything?
I was on with Ron White and JB Smoove, and the acts were. Yeah, I do remember the guys with the ladder. Which ones did they review in the Post? Did they review? They didn't review.
No, that's your episode's coming down the pike
towards the end. Yeah.
We're using you as the money shot, if you will. We're kind of teasing you like on Lost, teasing you through the season. You had a good time, right?
Yeah, it was great. And I'm trying to think of the acts because there was the one chick who got inside that giant balloon thing who I kind of wanted to have sex with.
Yeah, she was hot.
She had little fat Mary Lou Retton legs. She was kind of juicy.
Yeah,
and
fire hydrant woman.
Some band that was throwing cookies. It was really bizarre.
Yeah, it's hard to find. You guys know because we can never capture what you guys do. Morning radio was my thing of the stuff I've seen over the years and just the stuff that you guys have done. You can never do on TV. You know that, right?
Well, we learned that because we did a little pilot for Comedy Central that's never going to see the light of day, and a lot of the things we really wanted to do, they're like, oh, you can't do that. You can't have. Yep. What was the one where the lawyer, because they're female lawyers over there, they didn't want a girl rolling around in honey?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, well, we have this bit. It's called Money Honey. You get the girl completely naked, but we would clean up for TV a little bit, and you put honey all over her body, and then she rolls around in money, and
she gets to keep what sticks to her.
Yeah.
I like that.
Simple, silly.
They said, well, if you have a guy do it first, then we might allow it.
Right.
Because they would look at it
And we're like,
as if
why
the
would-
woman's being victimized.
Right. It's like we're just trying to be
Such
funny
a
and
fine
a little
line
edgy, you know?
between genius and stupid.
We knew we were in deep trouble when that discussion happened. We're like, and now we know what you guys go through. We're like, you know what? Morning radio, we're pretty, as much as we bitch, we do have a lot more freedom than TV does.
Can you picture an unfunnier thought than a woman who's a lawyer? Like, who would be a greater buzzkill to a comedy moment?
They said if you have a guy do
A
it,
female lawyer.
they said if you have a guy do it first, then we'll allow possibly the female to do it. And I told him after you have the guy do it, no one's gonna be watching the show anymore. You got to you got to hit him with the hotness, not the guy doing it. I just saw a clip of the Gong Show. Some guy with man boobs. What was he doing? He was juggling his man boobs or something.
He was what I like to call what the show's about. You know, like the original Gong Show was about regular people. A lot of our acts are like vaudeville. You know, like Vegas. You know, uncabaret acts and things like that. So they're like semi-pros. This guy was just a regular guy who said, you know, I just wanted to come on and, you know, and like do it. And, you know, he didn't win. I'm not going to say he, you know, he does rap with his man boobs going. And it was really good. I think it was, I'm going to say, okay, he got gonged. And, you know, I don't think he should have gotten gonged because I thought he was a really cool guy and a real guy. And the problem with like all these acts that, you know, that come to us is like a lot of them are really professional, you know, so you want to like the raw real act, and he was what we're looking for. So
yeah, you want to throw a guy like that in there. He's got like full C's, it looks like.
Yeah,
and,
he's a nice
and he
rap.
was able to make a move to a rap song.
Yeah, he would do that, and it's like definitely the thing that buys him, you know, a lot of beers, you know, in bars.
I was going to say, but I really mean this as a compliment, but it was crap like that. This guy that I enjoyed with the original Gong Show.
Yeah.
See, just you know, guys from another planet with these weird things they could do.
You should have Gene the Dancing Machine's legs. Just have his rotting legs up on stage.
Is Gene representing on the new Gong Show somehow?
Gene
some way?
Gene's dead.
Well,
I know that, but is there a new Gene
funny.
or something? I don't know.
I wanted to get a guy from just a bus station with type 2 diabetes and his feet were amputated and just have him in a wheelchair and have him roll around to the music, you know.
Frank the sitting machine.
Yeah. You know, just the eat fruit guy. But yeah, we didn't get that. And the Popsicle Twins was another one that we were looking for. But I think they're like two like moms now that live in you know, like San Bernardino or some Pasadena or something like that. They didn't.
That's actually a good question. So you bring back any of the old acts?
So far, no. The Unknown Comic, we didn't have him. I'd like to bring out all the other people who've hosted Gong Show versions.
Ah, yes. Are they still alive?
Yeah, they are.
Was it J.P. Morgan?
Yeah, J.P. Morgan was one we wanted to.
Jamie Farr was always on there.
He's doing something in Vegas now, so he's not. I don't think we can afford him.
He's in a like a play. It looks awful. They show like the photos of the montage of the scenes, and it's all like him and his older wife with whipped cream on his nose, and it just looks revolting. Jesus, you waited 26 years for this, Jamie.
Is that a pre-buffet little entertainment to work up an appetite?
Yeah, I have a few laughs, work up an appetite.
Because Vegas is 24/7. You know, there's stuff going on all the time. There's like nooner shows there too. You know, like you ever see like when they wheel out the gigantic like jackpot machine? Like, you know, you got to be by poolside by, you know, 12:30 because we're gonna give away like a new Chevy something and something.
No,
you know,
and they wheel a big.
Yeah, they
machine
wear out and so Vegas is like you know, there's like a whole day Vegas that nobody knows about.
Oh no, I've never seen that.
Yeah, well, you know, because you're having fun at night. That's why.
Yeah, they call me a night owl all day.
Hey, Jimmy, do you remember who you gonged?
I might have gonged one person. I didn't gong a lot.
He actually had one of the funniest comments on the show, I thought.
Oh, look at that, Jimmy.
Yeah, he took it a different direction because there was one act that, I can't say what act it was, but everybody kind of railed on this act, kind of jumped on it, and you took his side and gave him a really nice score. So
did I?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I do kind of vaguely remember that.
You were kind of the, I don't know, who would it be? To Kill a Mockingbird, kind of the...
Well, people tell me my nickname in high school was Devil's Advocate Jimmy. So I kind of take up for the little guy. I kind of remember the act, but I don't remember. I remember.
How'd you feel guying someone? Did you feel powerful or?
Nah, I didn't feel like it was like I didn't mind doing it because I thought he deserved it, but it was like I didn't want to overdo it either because you want to watch people it's kind of fun to watch somebody unravel too. Like there was one act that everybody wanted to gong, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
I wanted to punish the audience with the act.
That's smart.
So it was like, let them do what they do.
Do you do a little gong dance before you gong?
No.
That was like that's
Swim walk.
Yeah, that did.
Remember they used to do that in the old days? They would have to really work it around the gong. That
My
used to drive me
favorite
nuts, by the way.
was when like Rip Taylor would he would be trying to gong, and Jamie Farr would be holding him back. No, I like this guy. Oh, don't gong him.
There was some of that. That is a little uncomfortable, but yeah, there was some of that.
I should have watched the box set, the original. I would have done something like that.
Yeah, you should have. See, they should add some of the elements from the old Gong Show.
Maybe Jamie Farr should have had someone hold him back when he did Aftermash with Harry Morgan. And who else did he do with it? It was Harry Morgan, Jamie Farr,
and
William Christopher. Father Mulcahy.
Wasn't it also Gary Berghoff?
No, he left after season 8. What are you, queer?
I thought he came back for that.
No, he left after season 8. I think.
He didn't come back for Aftermash?
No, they hated him on this. I heard Harry Morgan hated him. Yeah. None of them liked him. He
with that little hand?
Little rotten, gnarled hand.
They always tried to hide with a clipboard.
Yeah.
Why was he hated?
You guys were fans.
Yeah.
They were fans.
Jimmy's obsessed.
Oh,
with
yeah.
Nash, yeah.
Sorry,
He was a douche, apparently.
What is that, Jimmy?
How is this?
No, that's
It's not my iPods. It's not my iPhone.
Is that the queerest ring or what?
No.
That is
That's
a little.
you? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
It's like a hospital or something.
Yeah.
So we got David Tell, Comedy Central tonight, Gong Show, 10 o'clock. Really fast because it's on the front page and it's something we were talking about today. Dave, please jump in.
What is it?
We had a cop here in New York, and he saw some bad things going on, and he shot. And everyone thought he did the right thing, and then it came out that the cop was drunk.
Not drunk. He blew out
they're
0.09, which
technically is drunk if it's 0.08 is the legal limit.
0.08 is the legal limit for driving a car.
Yeah.
For a civilian driving a car.
Is 0.09 drunk there, Dave?
Not for a cop who's seen too much and tried to clean up the streets as a rookie and now realizes that it's a never-ending cesspool, something, The Wire.
Exactly.
Did he hit his target?
Yep.
That's the kind of shooting we need in the Gulf.
The guy, apparently the perp, if you will, had a Tech 9.
Wow.
Old school. He's running old school weaponry.
Wow.
And fired a few shots off at this officer. The officer was off duty. So he had a couple of drinks. What are you going to do?
Oh, well, Dirty Harry, wasn't that like 3 of his movies there? He's always coming out of a bar. Or a hot dog
Callahan.
stand.
It's Irish.
Yeah, there's like a
course
big
he's drinking.
bank robbery going on right in front of his hot dog stand.
Yeah. So the cop, fired back, hit the guy, wounded him. And then he gets put on administrative leave. They take his guns away. And they were going to, nail him to the cross.
I believe they listened to our show because we were yelling and screaming yesterday, leave this guy alone.
Because
he's a hero,
here's
blah,
the
blah,
deal.
Blah.
If you want off-duty cops to be like your second line of defense to the on-duty cops, you can't do things like this to them. What off-duty cop is going to raise a finger to do anything if they have the possibility of losing the job or going to jail or something like that? You're going to see something and walk away.
After this, they suggested that these, quote, drunk cops call 911 and not get involved.
Yeah, just call 911 and, as he's shooting at you.
Yeah.
As some guy is shooting a Tech 9 at you.
So I believe they listened to the show because the update is the guy's back on the job.
Reinstated.
And
how
great.
many rounds, by the way, did he shoot?
Yeah, that's
68 rounds fired into the gentleman.
We're getting better.
For
jaywalking.
For jaywalking. Yeah.
He's back. Yeah, he's back. And Commissioner Kelly there,
he's the best.
Praised him.
You like him?
I just he looks so much like a cop.
Doesn't he? He is a movie version of what a cop is supposed to be.
Like he has Batman's number, like that kind of like old school Gotham,
Gotham cop.
Yeah.
Did you see the new Batman yet?
No, I didn't. But I did see someone's girlfriend wearing a cloak on a morning TV show.
Oh,
did you see that?
I saw it. Jill was wearing a little head thing.
She was wearing the Batgirl
She was wearing a Batman mask for some reason.
Does she do that when you go out?
Yes.
It's not that I don't want to be seen with you.
Do we know why she was doing that? Besides,
I have
promoting
no
the movie?
idea.
No, the guys in the prep area.
Yeah.
I go, who's that? And they're like, oh, that's you know,
Jill Nicolini.
Yeah,
did.
and I'm like, really? I thought that was like something you make her wear, maybe very fundamentalist. You know, no one can see my treasure.
No, you must stay under wraps, or I will cane you.
Yes, you're a very strict Muslim, and yet you love pop culture.
Yes, I'm a fan of Batman
updated it.
and Mohammed.
You made it more a hip now.
Right. That way the ladies don't feel so silly.
I think we're onto something here, how we can take that look and turn it into, like, you know...
Yeah, lemons and make some lemonade.
Yeah.
That's right.
Why not?
Take lemons and issue a fatwa.
Boo. Yeah, superhero masks.
We were talking about how many movie theaters this Dark Knight's going to premiere on or whatever.
Yeah.
It's 25% of all the movie screens in America. That's what they're doing with this movie.
That's amazing.
That really is amazing. They've never used this many screens for an opening.
Big.
What's in the other 75? Wally?
Yeah, no kidding.
Wall-E. What is it called? Who knows?
Wall-E. I don't know. We got to take a break. David Tell's here. You got the Gong Show on tonight at 10 o'clock, Comedy Central. A couple things we could do. We're going to talk about the Gong Show a little more, but we could also get into this story where a woman wants to open a restaurant staffed by...
nude women.
Retards.
What? Okay. I was almost right.
Nude, no.
Yeah.
Staff, retards.
We got some audio. I don't know. We could go down this path if...
That is great.
All right, we'll do that next with David Tell, Jim Norton. And
just one restaurant?
We got David Tell from The Gong Show in studio. Comedy Central tonight, 10 o'clock. Make sure you take a peek at that. Also, what else is going on in the world? We got Ronnie Wood entering rehab for alcohol.
What?
But I thought his life is going well. Like
Sounded like he was doing great.
Yeah. It came out the other day that he married, an 18-year-old?
Did he marry her, or he's just banging her?
Banging what? He ran off with his new girlfriend who was like 17, 18.
Was it a girlfriend, or did he just run off with her? Because that's a problem.
That could be
if
a
you
problem.
just grab an 18-year-old and run off.
He must be like the interventionist, like the White Rhino.
Yeah. Perfect. We found the perfect man, the perfect specimen.
We can break him. We can break anybody.
Any of you guys watch Intervention?
I love it.
I laugh my ass off.
Do you watch it backwards? Sorry, it's an easy one. I'm coming from the Gong Show world of easy. I love them.
Yeah, Intervention is just absolutely wonderful.
Do you ever see the kid who... I think everybody, you feel sorry for everybody, especially the meth lumberjack and the heroin kid, homeless. There was one kid, he was addicted to cough syrup. Did you see that?
Oh, no.
I didn't see that.
And he was a male prostitute to afford the cough syrup. I'm not making it up.
Wow.
He would take like those little like...
That's tough.
I think he really needs cough syrup.
Non-drowsies.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
my favorite one was the hot naked girl with the sister.
Yeah.
And basically, I think her father, he owns a lot of property and gave one of the properties to his whacked out daughter who just liked to be naked all the time and would just destroy the place and throw her own feces, I believe, on the wall. And the sister would come in with like a tray of food, like a prison visit, and kind of like throw it into the room and run out. This woman was insane. And I'd just sit there and laugh the entire time.
Yeah, it's supposed to make you feel like, I guess, sad for the person,
no.
but you just watch and chuckle.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who
you
cares?
like to see who shows up at the intervention, and it's always like, the sister, the mother, the stepdad, somebody could be a grandpa,
yeah.
a friend of the family,
Yeah.
They should have like a celeb or somebody sitting in there. And Tom Wopat. Remember him? The original Hazard from Dukes of Hazzard.
It would distract her a little. She wouldn't be so emotional.
I love when they finally sit the person down and you see the one or two people in the room, they're like with their arms folded, like,
they're done with this.
We're forced to be here. I could give a crap about this person and her stupid problems. Love those people.
I've never been a part of an intervention. As many years I've been sober, I've never...
Really?
Nope, never been a part of one.
What does that say about you, though?
I just don't care.
You don't care about anybody.
He's having problems. Yeah, well, I made a decision.
Yeah.
Him in the mouth.
Well, what about there's a few of them. The gambling one was really good. Did you see that kid? The most unlikable on all the interventions.
Really?
Yeah, because at the end he still wouldn't apologize. I think he destroyed his parents' life savings. And
Right.
gambling's even worse because you're so I know people with gambling problems, and they're like so cognizant, whatever, sober, and the whole time they're, jerking you around, ripping you off, and it's crazy. So, at least, heroin, there's a little glory in that. You could die, might be shot, might have to be a prostitute to get it, sitting at the, the quickie slots. There's nothing there. That's all I got.
Well, then we can move on to either the Belmar mayor, talking about Guido's, or the woman who wants to open this restaurant. Where you want to go, Jimmy?
The woman with the retarded restaurant.
Yeah?
Yeah, of course.
Well, what's the other story first? Belmar what?
There's a mayor in Belmar, down there on the Jersey Shore, talking about Guido's and stuff. Okay. And chicks from Staten Island. The guy rules. He's very, very funny.
All right.
I say
the tarts?
Please, where every order is wrong. I would love to talk about these.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Woman wants to open restaurant staffed by, and I quote, because someone on staff wrote this, by retards.
How did you phrase it? It's called, you know what it's called? It's called dumb ease.
I get it. It's almost like Denny's.
Yeah. I didn't mean it like Denny's. I just meant dummies, and I realized that I wasn't saying anything different except dummies. Yeah.
Boo.
I'm so irritated right now.
Boo.
What happened, Jimmy?
Nothing. I'm just irritated.
Yeah?
Yeah, his,
I'll live. Let's just play the...
won't sink.
I got a floater.
A Southend woman wants to open a restaurant, but this one has a flavor unlike any restaurant you've dined in before.
Drool.
Is that what it's called, a flavor now?
It's a flavor. Flavor of spittle.
Yeah, can I have some chromosome flavored sorbet, please?
Well, just God's flavors. Your flavor. Can't drive or run for office.
It tastes like chewed fingernails and doo-doo.
Yeah, you're right. This is a joke bag.
I know. We're known for going after the easy targets there.
Yeah.
Right? But at least we acknowledge it. We're not going after the gangbangers or anything like that.
Any restaurant you've dined in before. News Center 16's Alana Greenfogel joins us now in the studio with a taste. Alana?
Well, this restaurant really will be something, Maureen. A South Bend woman wants to open it for her son. Her son has Down syndrome and can't find a job, a problem many handicapped people have. Not only will her son get a job at this restaurant, but she plans to hire 30 to 40 people in the handicapped community.
Wow. Wow. Get
God
your
bless
hands
his
full there.
Plenty of time.
Well, I ordered a hamburger, but spaghetti's good too.
I know.
You'll have to order in down. Can I get some buttons, something shiny, and a hug from a teddy bear? Oh, you mean a grilled cheese? Yes. The menu is written in.
Charge you either 5 cents or $100.
That's potluck, though. You can
don't
make
know.
out on that deal.
You walk up with a burger, $50.
It's like a tsunami of, she's like 30 to 40.
Yeah, it's like your son has Down. Sure, you hook him up with a job, and then 40 more.
Yeah, and then a Mongolian horde of they're going to ride in on each other.
That's
a little much. Maybe start with 10.
At the end of your meal, you're going to have a tough time figuring out which waitress was yours.
Is that one?
Yeah. Who didn't masturbate on my coat? I'd like to know. I'd like to tip him.
She even has a name for it. She's going to call it Pete Rose's place.
Wow. Why a restaurant and not a barbershop? I don't. Let's give him real power.
Let me tell you how sick our audience is. There are two things they wanted to talk about today. Only two: racism and this. Look at the phones.
Yeah.
Look at the phones.
There's a little thing by the register: take a penny, eat a penny.
Just the idea of the register. I can just see the hour and a half of standing there.
God, right?
All right. Now you owe me $20.
Look, I'm trying to have an open mind, but I really don't want to spend $2,500 for a hamburger.
Can I help you out?
Can we get someone that knows what the hell's going on here, please?
That's funny, man.
They're all walking around with the soup bowls on their head, giving each other trims. No, that's for the soup. For the soup.
You always know the manager is the one with the clean underwear.
Well, let's say hi to Mark in North Carolina. Mark, what's up?
What's going on, fellas?
Hey.
What's the signature meal of this place?
Frank and Beans.
Frank and Beans.
Yeah.
Let's say hi to Craig on Long Island. Craig.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
How long have you been waiting for a restaurant to open where if they bring you the wrong thing, you could say, what are you, friggin' retarded?
Oh, Christ.
Well, let's go to Todd in West Virginia. Todd.
Yeah, the name of the restaurant is the Olive Burden.
All right.
The Olive Burden. That sounds biblical there. The Olive Burden.
Brian in Philly. Brian. Can't get to these phones
Good morning,
fast enough.
boys.
Yes.
How are you?
Good.
Just think, this woman is a genius. She will save a ton of money on a dishwasher.
30 retards and 1 illegal alien. Can they run a restaurant?
Yeah, I smell reality show. What do you think?
You're not from here.
Let's go back to the audio here.
In the handicap community.
You gotta turn on the oven to 4.
Kim Buskowski loves 2 things.
Put some butter in the pan.
Cooking.
I work at Red Lobster as a cook.
And her son, Skylar.
He's 15 years old. He has Down syndrome. I want to just put the 2 loves together.
He's not even 18?
15.
I know, in tort years, that's like 35, but...
Oh, God. Let's go to Vinny in Whitehall, something like that. Vinny, what up?
Good morning, boys.
Hey.
I don't know about you, but I would love to see the job interviews.
Just come in and watch Steve interview one of our interns. I'm sure it's the same procedure.
If you make it within 48 hours of the appointment, you get the job. Why are you all covered in mud and blood? I had an interview with a lawnmower. We got to give them more credit.
Yeah. I said this once. I went into a Burger King once, and I was surprised to see a girl with Down syndrome was at the register.
Right.
I walked up, gave my order. She came back with it quickly, rang me up quickly, and the order was perfectly correct. And I walked out going, that was the best service I ever got in a fast food restaurant. And it was from a girl with Down syndrome.
Yeah.
It says a lot for the people working at those places.
Well, let's be honest, you didn't eat the food after.
Did you?
I threw it right away.
Yeah.
I knew it was drooled on. And
yeah.
Did you put your change in that little thing or just hand it right to her?
I stuck it up her nose where it was going to end up anyway. Yeah.
Should I put it in here or just give it right to you?
Phil, a little advice. If you go to one of these restaurants, don't order the dump lane. Here's more audio.
You may wonder what this old house has to do with it.
That is like a beginning of a wonderful thing.
Well, here it is. Kim plans on opening her own restaurant here.
Love to cook.
She'll need to hire the cooks, the servers, the cashiers.
I cook breakfast. Cook dinner. You cook dinner.
And they will be handicapped children and adults, like her son.
Cook.
Oh, boy.
We cook the dinners. Food.
Why?
Not a lot of jobs out there.
Taco dumbbell.
Here's a scene that I hope never happens there. This guy's choking.
Oh, no.
Can someone do the Heimlich? No, stop fake swimming in only water you can see. The Heimlich. No, not a crazy dance. We lost him. Thank you.
We got some sick listeners. I've never seen the phones hotter. Look at this strong comeback this radio show made there.
My God.
Mark Jersey, what's up? Mark.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Hey.
Hey, instead of putting those sneeze guards on the salad bar, they could just put the sneeze guards right on the waiters.
Justin, Long Island, what's up, buddy?
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Hey, as opposed to the special of the day, it's going to be the special worker of the day.
I like that.
Jeff, Jersey.
Morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
There's only going to be one dessert on this menu.
Pudding? Let's go back to the audio.
Food. There's not a lot of jobs out there for the handicap, and that's what I want to do. I want to help them find jobs.
The menu may be familiar.
Biscuits and gravy, French toast, omelets.
But this
Rocks.
recipe takes another ingredient. Love.
Really? Shut up. Shut up. Love.
Does that make
Really?
the food taste better?
That's good.
Or a fine spice rack?
Just
you
knowing,
decide.
knowing they're in the back jacking like crazy.
Yeah, there's so much love going on. There's a special sauce.
Special sauce. I didn't order special sauce. Oh. Yeah, excuse me, I ordered mine without the special sauce and boogers.
Pat from Foxborough. The specials today are Todd, Mike, Brittany, and Carl.
Does she have to pay? I mean, they're children too, right? So, and special needs children. So, does she even have to pay them?
Probably $1.29 an hour or something.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
Wow.
What happened?
Oh, Jill's interviewing.
What?
Look at this guy.
Oh,
how do I even compete?
The guy from The Bachelor season 10.
Yeah,
he's like a military guy.
Yeah, look at him.
He's a doctor guy too. Right?
He's in uniform. He's like, oh, God, I stink on ice.
He's wearing a miniskirt too.
Oh, I know. He's just looking at legs and everything.
He's smiling in
I'm
a charming
done.
fashion.
I'm so done. Yeah, look at him. He's all charming.
Look at her. Wow, she looks good.
Jesus, shut up. No, I'm kidding. Oh, how do I compete?
Look, she's a good actress, though. She's acting like she's not
I'm not interested.
No, she's an amazing actress. I didn't know she was doing some acting on the side.
Yeah.
There's a photo of him, like, all muscular, holding a girl on the beach.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, there's a cute little photo. He's got a girl over his shoulder.
Yeah.
He smiles with his perfect teeth.
Yeah.
The lieutenant in the Navy.
Oh, my God.
And look at her. She can't even
I'm
be bothered.
I know, but she's kind of getting a little, look, I'm sunk.
He's funny. He's charming.
I'm a schlock jock.
Yeah.
Quick, get a take. Send a takeout over there from the Tart restaurant.
Yeah.
Spill something on that
Give
white
it to him.
uniform. Take down that ice cream man.
Another Diet Coke. Oh, we don't have that. We only have Drano.
Let's go back to the phones. John in Jersey. John.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, man.
I'm not thinking putting 30 retards in a place with open flame and sharp knives is a great idea.
Well, Newman, Detroit, what's up?
Oh, man, we love you in Detroit. Jimmy, I love you. Hey, you can go to this restaurant for some Downs home cooking.
Come on, Downs. I heard the phone number is Gummy Bear, Weird Noise,
Hairball,
Puppy, Fart.
Let's say hi
Starfish.
Let's say hi to Bill and Philly. Bill.
Hey, what's going on?
Hello, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, how hard is it going to be? I was going to go to this place. How hard is it going to be to park with all the handicap parking out front?
30 handicap parking spaces.
Yeah, you got to park a mile away.
Only 2 stalls because they need such giant toilets.
Who's going to go there? Old people. They got plenty of time.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, let's go back.
I ordered my burger 3 days ago. Is it coming?
You're just sitting there. Back to the audio.
Ingredient. Love.
I would do the world for him. I mean, that's why I would, buddy. I would do the world for you.
Of course,
I would
you owe him for that
bust my butt.
room that you had. Whatever happened in there, whatever disaster happened, is you were shaking and baking him. Ouch! It's like when Sutherland kicked the pod when the dog and the homeless guy was sleeping next to it in Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Oh, look at your guy now.
He's having little black children kiss him.
Look,
he's charming.
Issue.
Lieutenant Andrew Baldwin, M.D.
In this restaurant, you're allowed to drink alcohol, but only if you're pregnant.
Do you think they have a tip jar and they ring the bell and then they start boxing?
Let's go to Tom in Jersey. Tom. Tommy.
Hey there, Tom.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yo, instead of the diner being made out of a train car, it's made out of a short bus. I'm out.
Right.
Back to the audio.
Members of the community have already donated many things to Kim's project: furniture, silverware,
matches, and a thing of gasoline.
Furniture, silverware, containers, racks,
Hangers.
heat lamps, and she welcomes
Hockey
more
helmets.
support because
It is kind of better than Last Comic Standing. I think that guy said it best. Sharp knives and retards. Who will win this battle?
I try to watch Last Comic Standing.
No.
Not good? Is that a good sound or no?
Oof.
Sounds like a bad sound.
The casting, it's like, we just get funny guys. You have to get the black comic. You have to get the
gay guy. Do they have a gay guy?
Asian comic that's going to talk about her, her relatives. You got the
stereotypical
pop
Asian
comic.
voice.
You got the chick comic. It's like, just get just a bunch of funny guys. Why do you have to cast certain roles in these shows?
How about retard comics?
Huh?
They could have a comedy night at this restaurant. Don't you hate when
that would be hysterical.
Your pants start swimming?
Two Jews walk into a bar. They hurted themselves.
Who had the IQ over 30? Let me hear you.
Chris in Buffalo, listening on The Edge, the home of Shredder Reagan. What's up, Chris?
Hey, excuse me, waiter. There's a waiter in my soup.
She welcomes more support because she says she really could use the help. She has the idea, but not all the resources. So we have her
Sounds like the
contact
retards.
information on our website, WNDU.com.
All she needs is a
where does
restaurant.
the idea stand?
Well, let's give it a...
I love how the anchor, the woman, she doesn't know what to say. She's shocked like everybody, so she goes, it's a worthy idea. That's the best she could come up
Hey,
with.
Alana, so where does the idea stand?
Well, let's give it a cooking metaphor. All the ingredients are out on the counter, and now she's ready to cook.
People
She
are
has not
drooling on
bought the house yet, but she's planning on doing that very soon.
Dedicated mom.
Yes, she is.
Okay, thanks, Alana.
That's another idea brought to us by Pot. What if I got a house and turned it into a restaurant and got all my son's tart friends to work it, and the house made out of gingerbread, and eat it and build it somewhere else again?
I hope it happens, and then you just find out she was completely exploiting the children, just beating them, locking them in the basement, not giving them money.
But what if one of them came up with a new recipe, just like it takes the world by storm?
Wow.
We go to Morristown.
Wolfgang Schmuck.
I dropped this red thing and this other thing, and this came out.
Al in Morristown. Al.
Hey, guys.
What's up, Al?
Hey, I'm calling everybody not to go to that restaurant, not to order the tossed salad.
Yeah, you don't want to order the tossed salad. Let's go to Mike in Princeton. Mike.
Hey, guys, on the dessert menu, they have apple tart, peach tart, and wheat tart.
And Jimmy.
Dennis Yonkers. This is all they want to talk about. Dennis.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Speaking of secret recipes, the meatloaf is corn and peanuts, the secret ingredient.
These are good.
Yeah.
John in Rochester, the home of Brother Weeze. John, what's up?
Their tip jars consist of bouncy balls and shiny buttons.
and they're totally happy with it.
Let's say hi to JP in Philly. JP.
Hey, wanted to find out they're going to have a bowl of paint chips next to the register.
Instead of mints or something. Let's go to Larry in Montana.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Good, Larry.
Hey, are they going to have deliveries? Maybe they'll roll up on their three-wheel bikes and a helmet and stuff, giving food out?
Delivering food on like tricycles or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a.
Couldn't there be a sign in the bathroom? Employees must wash hands.
Of course, Montana. Of course, Montana would ruin our fun.
They mushmouth what?
They must wash hands. I bailed out.
They dry them on the back of their underwear. They do I've seen, come on. We've all seen some Down syndrome people. I used to, they had this thing where they were integrating handicapped children, mentally handicapped children into my school back in the third grade. And it was frightening for us. You're a little kid, and they're trying to integrate the kids in, thinking it's a good idea. It was some social program way back when people were silly. And it was horrifying. I'm eating lunch, and there was a kid with a pupil that looked like a horse pupil. You know how they're wide and fuzzy? And a big giant head, and he couldn't hold it up. It kept swinging down, swinging down like that. Ugh. And then other kids that had Down syndrome, and they're constantly shoving their fingers in their nose and down their pants and the back of their pants and everything. I don't know, maybe things have gotten better, but I don't know if, I want to grab my food.
What about the bright side, though? Your 60 became an A.
I know. It was grading on a curve.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I wonder what pictures they'll have on the wall. I guess Corky. He's like a
the celebrity.
The cast of Johnny Knoxville in that movie he made, right?
Yeah.
We'll have to sign something.
Yeah. Let's say hi to Chris in PA. Chris?
Yeah, the cooks are also going to have to wear hair restraints and tongue restraints.
Wheels are starting to fall off here. Nate, Iowa.
Yeah, I'd like to order a glass of Waterhead with my supper.
Supper.
With my supper.
My supper.
All right, we're going to cut our losses. David Tell, it's been a pleasure.
Hey, no, thanks for having me.
We're going over
Wow,
next time to
it's
Chris.
already-
If you want to join us, that'd be great. If not, we understand. No pressure.
Oh, that's cool.
But-
I'd love to have you, Dave.
But we do have the Gong Show on tonight, premiering tonight, Comedy Central at 10
It's
o'clock.
10 o'clock, yeah.
And our own little Jimmy Norton's going to be a judge down the road.
Tell's a funny host too, man. It's there's no one who could have done this one better. You're perfect for it, dude. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Oh, thanks, man.
Absolutely.
And thanks for helping me get the word out, guys. So I appreciate it.
And by the way, please, if someone's choking, don't swim in imaginary water you can only see.
Yeah.
Damn, it was that fun. Not a crazy dance.
That's one of those lines that you'll think about all day now.
Yeah, and
I'm going to laugh a few times because of you today, Dave.
And I'll just depress myself as I think of myself going, and all employees must mush their...
By the way, tip of the hat to the fan base for you guys. There's
Yeah?
some funny lines I heard coming.
Absolutely.
Coming that way.
We have the funniest fans in radio.
I love that.
We acknowledge that. Hey, do you got that Drew Boogie thing as we leave everybody today? All right, we end with this today. Dave, thank you. David, tell everyone.
Hi, who's this? My name is William, and I like to wear dresses.
R.
Yeah.
E.
Goodness gracious.
T.
Yeah.
A. R. D. Retard. Yeah. Woo. B. Retarded. B. Retarded. B. Retarded. B. Retarded.
Stomp your hands and clap your feet. Retardation can't be beat.
You know we retarded. T. A. R. D. T. A. R. D. Retard. Yeah. Woo.
My name is William, and I like to wear dresses.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
In the world of Radio Shock Jock, the biggest are Opie and Anthony.
These people say shocking things that border on offensive in order to entertain their audience.
I refuse to sit here and think that radio has to be nice.
Why? Why does radio, out of any other medium, have to be nice? We are being now held to a standard where we have to be nice and make people feel good. Go screw!
Radio Bad Boys, Opie and Anthony.
Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony.
Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony.
Talk show radio hosts, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio Shock Jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock Jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock Jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock Jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony.
Oh, it's brown. Oh, it's brown. Smell.
Oh, yeah! This is where entertainment is going.
Wow. So you've been stabbed once and shot twice.
No, I've been stabbed twice. Shot twice.
Yeah. Who's the common denominator in all these problems?
Opie and Anthony.
You have to lick a swath of the icing off so that bag shows through where icing was.
It's time for people to understand these are words. If you don't like them, turn the dial.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
I want to start by saying that David Tell is a funny motherfucker.
I love it, Tom, man.
Dave rules. He's got to do our show more often. Simple as that.
He is one of the greats.
I totally forgive him now for yelling at me at the...
we're way past that,
at the
aren't
cellar.
we?
Yeah.
Aren't we?
That's what I said. I totally forgive him for yelling at me, even though I didn't deserve it.
Yep.
I wasn't making noise. And was he treated like a common heckler.
Yeah.
But, no, cool.
You shouldn't talk in that place. You know better, ain't you? You've been warned.
I didn't talk.
You're constantly chit-chatting and trying to be funny with the comedian and going back and forth. I do that!
Did I say that?
Hey, Jimmy, is Dave one of those comics, because I'm obsessed with this, where he just kind of...
Like children? Yes.
Where he riffs? Like he has prepared material but has no problem just going like...
He can go any way you want to go. Any subject, he always has prepared stuff, but I mean...
I think all you guys do, but what the beauty of some of you guys is when you decide, you know what, I'm just going to go off on a little thing here.
Can he riff? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, really well.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys, Emmys, this guy writes,
this is going to annoy me.
Emmys nominations came out today. The Wire snubbed again.
Ooh. How do they keep fucking...
Do we have the Emmy list?
Where's
We don't care about
Where's
awards.
the Emmy list?
It just finished up on CBS.
All right, we'll. Oh, this guy was. All right.
God,
we have
fucking
lots of things still to do. We'll do the Emmy list in a second here, but yeah, I read this earlier this morning. Woman awakens from surgery to find panty line tattoo.
Panty line tattoo.
Another perverted doctor.
Yikes.
I'm thinking.
How do you think that's going to go over?
Yeah, exactly. A New Jersey woman has sued her orthopedic surgeon after awakening from surgery to find a temporary tattoo below her panty line.
Oh.
Elizabeth Mateo.
What?
Please be related.
To who?
Karen
Mateo. Karen Mateo.
CBS spokesperson.
Oh, my God. Okay. Yeah. I knew the Mateo name. Of Camden County, New Jersey? Probably not. Filed her lawsuit Tuesday saying she found a temporary tattoo of a red rose below her panty line the morning after her surgery for a herniated disc. These doctors, they're just fucking bored at this point.
They're yucksters, aren't they?
They're just bored. You know they did it for themselves just to get through another day of surgery.
Yeah.
Because to them it's like, changing a tire. They're like, whatever.
They're just bored.
They were supposed to remove the tattoo after they were done. She was extremely emotionally upset by it. Her surgeon, Stephen Kirshner, does not deny he placed a tattoo on Mateo. His lawyer, Robert, told the Inquirer that the doctor has left washable marks on patients before to improve their spirits as they heal.
All right, that sounds like something. What's the problem, really?
We got it. Well,
think about it.
Let's do research that the media wouldn't do. How hot is this chick? That says it all.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
She's a real piece of ass, and he's leaving a temporary heart tattoo. Then look.
Yeah, then it might mean something a little more.
Yeah.
But
what's offensive about this complaint is that it suggests something he did was intended to be prurient, and nothing could be further from the truth, his lawyer said. It was intended just to make the patient feel better.
Yeah.
Mateo seeking punitive and compensatory damages. Compensatory. Yes, I know that. Compensatory. So, what do you guys think of that?
Well, I think if he does it to a lot of people, then there's no problem. If it was just one hot chick, and it all depends on what the tat was of, where it was placed exactly. Was it right on her sneech?
Do we know if it was on the sneech?
If it was on her sneech, then there's a problem.
How are we going to find out if it was on the sneech?
On the sneech.
How close to the sneech was it on?
Close to the
How close to the sneech?
I don't know. See, they don't give you the details you need.
But it was in the panty line area, right?
Panty line area. That could be anywhere from the butt.
Depends how big the panties are.
To the
How close to the sneech?
I want to know.
How close to what?
How close to the sneech?
Yeah. Danny, anything on this?
I'm looking.
Still looking? Jimmy, are you ready to throw that computer out the window?
He is having such a hard time.
You're not only with my computer.
You're grinding your teeth.
I want to back up my information because I can't afford to lose more phone numbers.
No!
And dates and shit like that. And I can't deal with this fucking iPhone anymore.
Oh, no. Have you had it?
Dude, I can't deal with it anymore.
What about the apps?
Yeah, you're the big, what's the apps guy?
What's the apps? You're the host of What's the Apps?
Yeah, you can't be trashing.
I'm not trashing it, but boy, I, in my new book where I trash things I don't like, the iPhone catches a fucking beating.
Nice.
Really?
A fucking beating.
We got to call the media. The host of What's the Apps?
Now, Jimmy,
it's so satisfying. No advertisers. No one can tell me not to fucking trash it.
What seems to be the problem? Like you turn on iTunes.
Okay.
You load up iTunes.
I tried to.
Hey, wait, because I know this is going to take about 20 minutes, and it should, and it will be good radio. But we missed the obvious here, and I just want to point it out. Joey Juice from Philly, he writes, the problem is it's below the panty line, and the surgery was on her back.
So it was probably on her butt then. I bet it was on her buttocks. Because if it was on her...
Yeah, but when you think below the panty line, you think in the front part of the woman for the most part. All right, Danny, you got to get some research on this. Back to Jimmy. I'm sorry, Jimmy, but I didn't want that to go by without
I can't sign on to our web thing here.
Onto the network?
Nothing.
The wireless network
is working with this fucking Mac stuff.
Oh boy!
And what happens is with the iPhone, because once again Steve Jobs rushes things out without giving you the best product he can give you. Once again, he does that. You're supposed to be able to fucking plug your phone in, and you just sync it up with your computer. But mine won't sync. It won't hot sync. So anything I put on my phone is not winding up my computer because the applications probably corrupted the fucking. So I dumped all the apps which I paid for. It's like $50 worth of shit down the toilet.
No.
And yeah, I had to. And because they weren't working, I was in the doctor's office yesterday. I'm like, yeah, I'll play a little Scrabble. None of my applications would open.
Oh boy!
But you're the host of What's the Apps?
Yeah, I know.
This could be a problem.
It really is. And I'm so angry right now.
Now it's where's the apps?
Where's the apps?
The apps were dumped, and I'm probably just gonna go with a BlackBerry and Verizon because I can't handle this anymore.
Oh no!
I just can't handle a company that is continuing to fuck me.
So you're gonna go with the BlackBerry?
I think so, man.
Oh man, join my side. Come on, Jimmy.
How will you integrate?
What?
To
It's possible. I had a BlackBerry before I had this.
Yeah?
Yeah, because they're weird. They do stuff
How do you
like
back it up?
You can hot sync it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hot sync.
It's called hot syncing, yeah. Like now it's supposed to sync up. I plug my iPhone in.
Yeah. What happens?
I don't know. Let's see if iTunes opens up. Let's take a little look if iTunes opens up.
I hope it works.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me
but
too.
I don't think it will. iTunes. Why not? Why wouldn't iTunes be opening right now?
Guys, this is a photo op, by the way. What you're about to see is
I'm not going to break my computer. I got my
terrific.
book on here. I can't afford to.
iTunes isn't opening?
No. Why would it? I'm so fucking happy I was able to fucking bash this product.
Yeah. Do you have it sync up automatically when you plug it in?
Yeah.
Oh. Because I was going to say, I'd, plug in my phone to see if it even recognizes a phone.
No. Oh, yeah, sure.
It recognizes
starts to hot
your
sync
phone.
and then stops.
Oh, Christ on a pony.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No, it sucks a fucking black dick.
Go to one of the Genius bars at the
I'm not
Apple
going there
store.
again. This is my third fucking phone. I'm not going back to the Apple store to say, hey, can I get a fourth one maybe? Hey, guys, let's go with number 4.
Maybe they'll give you one of the new ones.
I don't want one of the fucking new ones. I don't.
I'm sorry.
Not yelling at you.
Sorry for asking.
Or it's not you.
Yeah, you.
No, it is. I broke your phone.
Application not responding.
Not responding.
Nah, why would it be?
It's a computer. Respond, computer.
This is
Respond,
why,
computer.
This is why people kill at the office. And this is why, understand this. It is this. These are the little irritations that we all deal with. Yeah. This is what causes people, and then they deal with some scumbag at the fucking bank. This is why they go on rampages. This is why. It's because these little things are so enraging and frustrating, and they always fuck you.
I agree.
Do I need a web app password?
Oh, no, not a web app password.
I have just asked for web app password.
He asked for a web app password.
No.
Which is
last
something.
time he asked for a web app password, it was very ugly.
People
remember, right?
Paid with their lives.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Oh no!
Hot Sync, isn't that a Bob Kelly story? Eric asked for it. Fishkill wants to know. Yeah.
Grr.
Yeah.
Safari could not open the page because it stopped responding. Yeah, of course it did. But you guys keep running out and buying the iPhone. Keep it up.
Millions sold in the first 3 days.
And they're still online, by the way. I walked by the store the other day and they were online.
Good.
Apple
still
stock
waiting.
up.
Good. Sure it is. Of course it's up. Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be up?
Yeah.
Sure it is.
They get those phones out.
You bet
they can
do.
pump them
God
out.
bless
Danny,
them.
what's up?
I was at Roosevelt.
What's the app, Danny?
Well, Roosevelt Field Mall, Mac store yesterday. There was a line around the store to buy these phones. Still,
wow!
I couldn't believe it.
Unbelievable. Let me check mine.
Travis, you have something?
Let me check mine here.
I can't get online here. It's funny.
I want to see if my apps will work.
I can't tell you how close I am to breaking this iPhone. I mean, I can't even express to you how badly I want to throw
Jimmy, look, on my BlackBerry, I'm online.
Yeah,
of course you are.
Yeah, look.
Of course you are.
My apps are working. What happened?
Yours is not working either, Ant?
No, my apps are working.
Go online and you'll read up. Look up apps not working, and there's a whole bunch of people this has happened to. Just like when the iPhone wiped out my my contact information.
Oh, that wasn't good.
Shit.
Oh, shit.
Dude, I really want to break it.
You really do.
If I had all my stuff backed up,
right.
If it did what it was supposed to do, it would be broken.
You might have just broke it, though. I don't know if a phone's supposed to handle that
they have
much
a little.
abuse.
They have a little.
I don't care if I do.
What website you want me to go to on my BlackBerry? What do you need to check today there, Jimmy?
I can't get online, so it doesn't even matter.
I'll do sports scores. Look, just like that. Click.
I'm going to go right to CNN.
Want to do speed test?
Speed test rules.
Speed test. Too late. I'm already there.
What was the name of that phone? Here's what we should have given you the first time. Oh, that's really cool.
That's terrific.
Yeah, it's great. That's what they should have done the first time. But why not charge people $600 and stick your fucking dick right down their throat?
Oh!
Here you go. Suck this, people. Suck this.
One of my jobs on this show is to do the weave. I weave in and out. Going back to the tattoo story, some reports say lower abdomen, pelvis area, stomach, and panty line. So I think he's putting a tattoo on the part of the body he probably shouldn't be seeing if he's doing back surgery.
Well, the front is a little more. If you put it on her butt, that's a little sexual. But if you put it like on her hip, I don't know. Is he guilty of this? Did he lose? Did he snap? Did the switch go off? Did he diddle her?
I believe there's a little pervy thing happening.
Did he wet her skin with his tongue first? Like when you're supposed to.
We can solve this mystery. We just need a picture of this girl or this woman.
Yep.
And it'll be very obvious what his intentions were. Let's say hi to Mike in Jersey. He thinks he can help Jimmy with this problem. Mikey.
I've been through this so many times. Mike, sorry.
Hey guys, what's going on, man? First time, awesome. Jimmy, the problem with your iPhone has not got to do specifically with the iPhone. It has to do with the fact that hot syncing by a cable is just a problem. It's a problem with all devices, and that's why the BlackBerry is so cool, because it does.
Mike, what did you just say?
I said that hot syncing with a cable is a problem.
No. You didn't say BlackBerry properly.
Oh, BlackBerry.
Well, close enough.
The new way.
BlackBerry. I'm actually not a big fan of the BlackBerry either, but it does email really, really cool.
Yeah, that's why I got it. Actually,
the phone that you want to get is a Windows mobile phone.
No, dude, I'm not going Windows again. Windows fucking stinks.
Not on your desktop. Not on your desktop.
And everything, it stinks. It crashes. Bill Gates is a cunt.
Listen, I've been doing IT for 20 years and mobile development for 5. I'm telling you, Windows Mobile.
I'm in radio.
It all.
I had a Motorola Q running Windows Mobile 5. I fucking spiked that phone like it was a football, and then it wasn't broke sufficiently enough for me, so I picked it up and physically took it like a fucking cracker and broke it in half.
It is the worst operating system.
My friend Jay just texted me, dude, Verizon sucks. Dude, Jay, they're by far the best carrier. And I don't, as people, they might suck. I've had them.
Here's what it is.
You get reception everywhere.
Here's what it is with carriers. They one person will say, well, why don't you tell them what I was going to say? Read my mind, fucking Kreskin. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Anthony.
People will always say one service is better than another. It doesn't matter. People say AT&T is great. And we all know.
Who says that? Fred Act.
All right, thank you, Mike. Mike's just trying to help you out. What about a hard reboot or something there? You taking the battery out there, Jimmy, trying that?
Oh, I'd love to, but you can't with the iPhone.
What?
Why would you? There's no replaceable battery. No.
Wait, you can't just take it out?
Oh, no.
No, why would you want to do that anyway?
No, you can't do
that.
Dangerous.
A hard reboot is a nice option.
A reset,
you can,
I would lose the information that hasn't been backed up.
I just pull my battery out, hard reset, things that went wrong, all of a sudden start working again.
That's old school. You don't
my
do
dumb
that
camera
with an iPhone.
wouldn't zoom in and out. I did a hard reboot, and there you go. The
you have
camera's
a zoom
back to
on your
normal.
camera?
Yes, I do. The BlackBerry has a zoom.
Does it have video?
I'm not really sure.
I'm
not as tech savvy as you.
I don't have anything.
WPA or WAP?
I think the listeners are going to be surprised to find out that I'm not as tech savvy as my friends around here. I'm pretty much a dope when it comes to this stuff.
I'm disappointed in the iPhone in that the camera sucks. I cannot text pictures.
Mm-hmm.
It has no video.
Mm-hmm.
And it's slow as shit. No cut and paste. I'm still trying to figure out. They said that the upgrade had the capability of deleting emails, bulk, that you can delete a lot of emails. How the fuck you do that? Hello? You know?
Yeah.
Wait, you can do it on your phone. Yeah. Did it come with mine with the 2.0 upgrade? I don't know. You cock. Delicious cock, but cock nonetheless. What do you do?
Edit.
You go to edit.
And then I've got all these little circles here.
Get out of town. Hold on. Let me go to my inbox. Holy shit on a shingle if this works. I go to edit. Oh, my God.
Wow.
I could get rid of 8 billion fucking emails I have.
I want to be the voice of a lot of the listeners out there. This is what most of us are hearing right now.
They all get this. They all get this. They all have phones that sync with computers. Almost every listener has a BlackBerry or his iPhone sold 3 million.
Yeah.
Thank you, Travis.
People get it.
By the way, we were going to turn people on to a brand new app. Maybe someone could fill in for Jimmy, because Jimmy doesn't feel like doing What's the Apps.
I refuse to talk about anything positive about this fucking company.
It's the broken phone app that you can download.
Why can
and
my
it breaks
fucking
your
Safari
phone.
not open?
Oh, no, not the Safari.
Safari? Where are you?
Did you put your Safari hat on?
Yeah, you need a little Safari hat to open
If you
it.
put on your Safari hat, it might work for you.
He needs a Safari hat.
How do I fucking open this and change it?
I take pleasure in Jimmy being mad at it. I know it's not normal. But.
No, it's not. He gets so upset.
Yeah.
It's like watching a young boy.
Yeah.
He gets so upset, and I feel for him.
Yeah.
Yet there is an element of humor in it. I don't know why. I apologize.
I can't tell you. I have such a fucking murderous rage all through my chest right now.
Really, you feel it there?
I honest to God,
Oh, no, you gotta relax.
I could baseball bat somebody.
Really?
Yeah,
Jimmy, I got real help for you. Did you try the 3G? Just trying to sound like tech savvy for everybody.
No, the 3G, also known as the sorry we fucked you for 600 the first time. This is the FCC friendly name. And I love Mac products.
Well, we got a guy that was at Mac Genius for 5 years. You wanted to talk to him?
Oh, maybe he can.
And then Sam, which is very strange because Sam is the host of What's the Apps, is going to be filling in for Jimmy and do What's the Apps today.
Excellent. And the one where they hold it. Oh, that should be terrific. There won't be any bugs with that. Well, what you have to do is when you have applications for a phone, rush them out. That testing is for faggots. Compatibility, just unload, reload, lose load. I told you, all my contacts disappeared at one point. Thank God I had most of them backed up because I sent a text message.
Oh, boy.
And they all just went away. Never
like
once
that?
happened with a BlackBerry.
Sam, what's the app?
Well, I think we're going to do a new name for this segment, right? Are we working?
Nope. What you want to call What's the Apps what?
App Talk.
No. No, you can't do App Talk.
Why?
App Talk?
How about Tech Time?
No. That sounds too much like Laszlo's technophile.
Yeah, but he doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah, he doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah, but
It's
out
up
of
for
respect
grabs.
for Laszlo, let it.
How about Underground Hard Drive?
Rest in peace. No, it's What's the Apps.
I don't think that's catchy.
Oh.
Well, the app for today is Shazam.
And we're going to do one every day, right?
Sure, yeah.
What's Shazam all about? Jimmy, listen up. This is a good app for you.
It's actually a good app, and it's a
Jimmy's
free
not
app.
even looking at
Jimmy
us
would call it
anymore.
shit Zam. He doesn't like it, see?
I'm trying to
Boo.
to join. Maybe do I have the password right? Could you write down? I'm sure I do.
There's passwords.
What? My BlackBerry doesn't have a...
He's trying to get on the wireless network that's floating in midair around here somewhere, and it's got to be sucked into the computer, and the computer's got to recognize it, and it shakes hands. It goes, how do you do? The computer goes to the router, it goes, how do you do? And it's not doing that. It's going, go fuck yourself. And Jimmy is very upset about it.
I imagine that Wi-Fi sounds like this.
That would be scary.
It's just kind of hovering above us.
It's all over. It's going through you right now.
Is it really?
Yeah. Along with radio signals. Everything's just flying fucking through you.
Yeah.
Being pierced by all these fucking electronic things.
I don't even
That's
go
why I wear a tinfoil hat when I get home.
I don't even go on New York Radio message board anymore.
Why?
New York radio message board anymore because, every other week it's another jock dying, and you got to start thinking it's the headphones and the shit that's going through your body.
All this electronic equipment. We're at a fucking power plant.
Right.
It's terrible.
Yeah, as soon as they came out with that study that this tiny little thing could give you a tumor in your ear.
Tumor. And
as I hold up my BlackBerry
every day.
I can't even want to begin to think about what's going through our bodies because we've been doing radio for our lives.
Here's what we do. Every day, for years and years and years, we have put tiny electromagnets next to our heads in our ears. The speakers in your headphones are just electromagnets.
Yeah.
That's all. How healthy could that be?
I don't know.
And we talk into yet another electromagnet in front of our faces, the microphone.
Right.
What the fuck?
Well, they got to spray down the studio every day because the static electricity is so out of control. People are practically getting electrocuted. I don't think that's good either.
It's going to be sheer justice when all those retard jokes come back to us when we're drooling because fucking headphone poisoning or some shit.
Now my laptop.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Now my something in one of these applications corrupted my computer.
No. Oh no.
Everything's backed up.
Is there something? Mac has been very impervious to viruses. Could someone have uploaded? Could someone have uploaded an app with a virus in it? Worth looking into.
It really was, though.
Yes, Danny?
Hey, Bob! Hey, Bob!
It's young Bob.
Bob, do you have an answer for little Jimmy?
Bob.
Could apps have a virus? Is that your question, Jimmy?
A virus?
No, it's not a virus.
You fucking mad dog? I think it's got a virus there, Maggie. No.
No, sir, no answer for you.
What have you come in for, Bob?
Oh, bringing Donnie the instant feedback.
Donnie? Who's Donnie?
Donnie?
Who's Donnie?
Danny.
Oh, Danny. Okay.
That's right.
Your accent gets worse every time you do it.
I do what I can, sir.
All right, Bob.
All right, Bob, you brought in the feedback.
Make sure the studio audience says, a proper hello to Bob when he leaves the studio.
Of course. Top of the morning to you, Bob.
All right, Bob.
People love speaking in an English accent.
It's the dumbest thing. Back to young Sam. So what's the app today? One a day until we run out of apps.
The tech talk for today.
No, it's what's the app?
Oh, well, the app is Shazam, which is a nice little app. It's free. And
free.
Yes, and with the click of a button, all you have to do is it tags music that you hear on the radio.
Oh, I'm sure that won't have any problems.
Well, it's been okay with me so far. I just downloaded it last night. But you just click tag now and then hold it up to a speaker, and it will actually listen to whatever's on the radio.
No!
I swear to you.
It's like a robot.
Yeah, it's a robot that listens to what's on the radio and then tells you the song, album title, and gives you the cover art and the artist and a link to the iTunes store and everything you could possibly need to get this song for yourself.
Once again, attaching you to the Apple brand. That's why I gotta stay away from them.
But it sinks in right with your iTunes and you download songs.
This Apple company, let me tell you, they're starting some kind of weird cult, and I'm not going to be part of it.
You're out?
I'm not going to be part of the cult.
It's been a cult.
I understand that.
But it's caught on more so now than it was. It was really cult-like, where people really didn't like it.
Look at their colors.
Very proprietary.
Look at their color. White. That is a cult color if I've ever seen one before.
It's silver. Then there's white ones and black ones.
No, look at the white.
Oh, the Apple.
And I'm going old school iPods. I never paid attention after the first white iPod.
Really?
Yeah. Greg, Florida.
Hey.
What do you listen to your tunes on?
I just wanted to give Jimmy another idea for a phone. I have a BlackBerry Curve. I love it. And, next month they're coming out with what's called a BlackBerry Thunder. Looks exactly like an iPhone, but actually works.
Holy shit, I'm going to get the BlackBerry Thunder. Fucking A, man. This is what I've been waiting for.
Get pictures, everything.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm obsessed with my BlackBerry
Thunder.
Thank you, Greg. I thought the BlackBerry Thunder was coming out in the fall.
No, I test them out every day. We have we have Apple 3G, the iPhone 3Gs, which is a piece of crap.
Right.
In our office right now, and we're supposed to be getting them next month to start testing them out, so the big wigs could have them.
Could you get me one to check out?
No, OPC, you need to be a giant wig. For apparently, he's only giving them to these huge hair things.
Sam, can I borrow your hair for a day?
That would get you in. Look at that iPhone ripoff. Just don't even try. It's a
Thank
fucking
you, Greg.
knockoff.
We're looking at a picture of the BlackBerry Thunder.
It's a fucking Polex.
Look at that fucking thing.
It's a knockoff. It's a fucking iPhone knockoff. That's actual size, by the way. See, it's a visual joke. It's 2 feet high.
That looks like an iPhone. But
it looks exactly like an iPhone.
What makes me comfortable, though, it doesn't say iPhone on it, my friend. Let's go to Mike in Brooklyn, who was one of those Mac Genius guys for a few years. Yeah, Mike, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, boys?
Hey.
So, Jimmy, I think it's got to be something you're doing wrong.
No, dude, I'm really not doing anything wrong. It's not connecting to the internet. Now my fucking my computer's not connected to the internet. I didn't do anything wrong. I loaded the applications on; they were working, and then the next day, none of them would open. So I deleted the New York Transit one, which was the only one that would hot sync to my fucking computer. And now, and then they all opened, but it still wouldn't hot sync. So I deleted all the fucking applications, and now I'm trying to sign online. Something corrupted things on my computer badly. One of the fucking untested properly apps fucked my computer.
Oh boy.
When you launch iTunes, does iTunes open okay when you launch it?
Sometimes it does, Mac, right? Sometimes it doesn't. It's a thing of whimsy.
Does the iPhone show up in iTunes when you connect it to your computer?
Yes, it does.
On the left side in devices?
Yes, it does.
And there should be a way when there's like tabs along the top. You should be able to go to apps, tell it which.
Oh, I went to apps, dude. I had 10 apps on my phone. Only one was hot synced, and I couldn't even open that one on the computer.
This guy worked as a Mac genius for 5 years. He just went.
Over the phone. If I had it in my hand, I could fix it for you, Jimmy.
Yeah.
I promise.
Well,
you couldn't.
Like his cuck.
Well, Jimmy's a fancy man. Get the fuck out of work and get your butt over here and help Jimmy out.
I can't. Nothing.
I can't. I'm actually leaving for. I don't work for Apple anymore, but I do work for another Mac shop. If I can give you a quick plug.
Why? No plug for them. No disrespect to you. No plug them. Why? No. But all they have done is stick a dick in my mouth.
It's not Apple itself. I don't work for Apple. I work for another company. We deal with Macs though, and all Apple.
What do you do? Do you fucking hammer them?
No.
I like Mac. I like Mac. It's brilliant and innovative, but this shit right now is driving me fucking crazy.
Okay. Well, if I can't give you a plug, I'll give it to you off the air. Then you can just come to my shop. It's not the Mac store.
Do you own the shop?
I have my own. It's an own private shop. Yeah.
All right. What's the name of it?
Yeah, the guy's just.
It's called Mike's Mac Shop. It's 120 West 20th Street between 6 and 7.
Mike's Mac Shop.
I think Apple might have a problem with your little business.
Your
there,
little venture.
Right.
Unable to connect.
He just spells Mac differently, you know.
Yeah. I call it Mike's Donald's. It's a burger joint.
Right.
We are fully Apple authorized for service and sales.
Dude, I'm just trying to make a joke.
Fully Apple authorized.
It's 120 West 20th Street between 6th and 7th Avenues in Brooklyn.
Yeah, if the iPhone does need to be replaced, you will have to go to Apple, but I can at least try and restore it and do some stuff. If you can bring your laptop with you, I'll definitely hook you up, I promise.
All right, thank you, Mike, from Mike's Mac Shop.
Problem, guys.
All right.
Thanks, Jimmy.
By the way, the BlackBerry, what was it called again? Thunder isn't coming out till like November.
The Thunder.
Let's say hi to
That's
Steve.
That's a very swishy name for a fucking phone.
Steve in Michigan.
Hello.
Good morning, fellas.
Hi.
Hey, Jimmy, man, if you're gonna go with a new phone, go with a BlackBerry. Do not do anything that has anything to do with Windows Mobile.
I wouldn't do it. Windows is a piece of shit.
It's got more issues than a freaking hoarder's house, man. It's terrible. It's got to be reset 8 times a day. It just
wait a minute. Let's slow down a little bit. Did you just make a hoarder reference?
Something. Swing and a miss.
Not really. Just a little obscure and different. That's all. The hoarders are the ones that collect newspapers and such for like decades, and you can't even like walk around your own house anymore because it's like tunnels and
clutter.
stuff.
Yeah, it's
a lot of clutter.
Canyons.
I tried for the low obscurity reference and came up short.
No, that's all right.
Jim, you all right? No.
Out of my mind, dude.
Jimmy's problem might shut down today's show.
You guys do what you gotta do. I don't want to interrupt.
No,
You guys do what you gotta do. I don't want to interrupt, man. I just can't.
You're out of your mind, though.
I am in such a rage.
Well, how are we going to get your rage out of you?
It's not going to. Because I'm going to have to go back to the same store again and pick up and when you tell them I've had 3 phones, they look at you like you're breaking them.
Stop! You're breaking it.
You're breaking us.
I've been very quiet about Apple, and I'll tell you where I stand on this whole thing. I like drank the Kool-Aid early on, and I got the iPod, and that fucking thing gave me so many fucking problems. I said I don't want to deal with this company anymore.
And XM gave you a free BlackBerry.
Oh yeah.
more importantly.
So, I don't know. Although I did get an iTouch this Christmas for somebody, and
I'll just fucking
and they
reboot.
love it.
I'll just reboot again.
All right, why don't you do a hard reboot?
Computers
with
are
your 3G
so
thing?
irritating, dude. It's like there's just...
Oh, that's...
These are problems that could have been fixed had they been tested properly.
Yeah. You're blaming the apps?
Without a doubt.
Well, now...
And the upgrades have been shit.
I do believe the apps aren't Apple authorized.
I believe they are. I had the...
I believe they are made...
Then they shouldn't have a fucking link from the fucking Apple Store.
I believe it's just people that can kind of... Is this true?
Sort of, but it has to go... Stan was telling me that it has to go through iTunes. So, like, Apple has to review...
Apple puts out the software developers kit to all of their developers. So you have to be a registered developer with Apple to pay $99 a year to get the software developers kit. Once you develop your app, you have to submit it to Apple. Apple then has to
do nothing but post it. Because that's what they do. Here it is. This is Ted's app.
It has to go through Apple, and then it ends up on iTunes.
Yeah. All right. One more call, and then we're going to take a break, and we're going to regroup. We're going to get me a spoon so I can eat my yogurt, because Jimmy got me so freaked out. My spoon's in 100 pieces. Ron, Vegas, what's up?
I think it's obvious, Opie. I mean, first of all, you are the destroyer. Second of all, you are hating Apple. And third of all, you're enjoying Jimmy's suffering so much, and this is great radio.
Well, that's what friends do. I really enjoy when Jimmy gets so annoyed.
I'm not enjoying that he's annoyed, but I'm enjoying the... like if I take myself out of the relationship here, because I really like Jimmy, and I don't want to see him upset.
I've never seen anyone take food out of a bag harder than what Jimmy just did.
He is so angry.
Maybe there's an app for it. Here's the egg ordering app.
So, all right, well, you were excited about the apps, and look, they turned around and fucked you, Jimmy. The apps fucked you.
I'm just sick and tired of having these fucking type of problems. Yeah. I'm fucking tired of it.
Jimmy, I just want to read an instant feedback. Stay calm, but Dan C. in D.C. writes, enough talk about your phones. We get it. Entertain.
Shut up, you
who cares? The bottom line is this. He probably has some piece of shit fucking flip-top phone with 6 numbers in it.
Are you trying to say he still has a StarTAC?
I'm saying that he's a cunt.
All right, we're going to take a break, and
little kids fucking radaring your cars. Do you see this little fucking rat?
What is he doing?
He's in his neighborhood with a fucking radar gun.
Is he working?
And he wears a little helmet. Look at him. And a safety patrol vest.
Is he working for the authorities?
I don't know what he's doing.
Because they're coming up with creative ways to catch you speeding. You heard about lawn chair guy, right? You think it's like an old guy in a lawn chair, and it turns out to be a guy,
He puts his little vest on.
Yeah.
His little orange vest, his little bicycle helmet.
Yeah.
And he's got a radar gun on his bicycle.
On his tiny little bicycle?
I would run this little fuck over in a second.
I hope he clocks the name of the fucking van that stops to fucking throw him in the back. You were doing 40 in a 35 zone. Where are we going? That hurts.
Use the radar gun to clock the speed of my balls off your ass.
Exactly.
Can you get...
Oh, that was too much?
Can you get audio of this do-gooder? We got to get audio of this do-gooder for the show.
What's this kid's name? Fucking faggot. What a fucking nerd.
Ted Faggot.
Radar gun costs $30 to $40 at toy stores.
That's wonderful.
Can clock speeds of baseballs and cars.
I hope it's mistaken for a gun by a cop.
Yeah, he pulls it out and a cop shoots him.
I hope he could clock the baseball that I'm going to throw at his head.
Throw at his head. What's doing 90 miles an hour toward me?
Jimmy, people are suggesting it's all the porn on your computer. Do you use the Mac for your porn?
I have some on there, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, right. Boy.
Not that much.
And someone is suggesting you get a Samsung Instinct. Is that another iPhone ripoff?
Everyone has their own phone that just works terrific.
All right, we're going to take a break. And
Why can I not get online?
We're going to do some other things. We got to talk about the guy that dressed as a penis to his graduation.
Really? Did he do an iPhone demonstration with a fucking little black turtleneck on? His lithe fingers dancing gaily up and down? Scroll! Scroll! No more searching. Scroll! Through 4,000 numbers. Fuck you.
But you do the great sound effect of scrolling through the iPhone. Can you do it one time?
That is definitely the way it would sound. Poor Ying.
I love people that just write stuff like this. Cartman did that on South Park. Thank you.
Wow.
Thanks for the help on that.
Whatever that means.
Whatever that means.
You're a douche.
Opie and Anthony.
And now, reflections on James Norton with Mr. Robert Stack.
I'd sure like to be his girlfriend. Walking in the park hand in hand, wrapping my legs around, cuddling in the spoon position.
All right! Lil Jimmy Norton.
Bring on the Billingham Kramer!
On the Opie and Anthony Show.
Opie and Anthony. Hope everyone's doing well today.
What's going on with these computers today? I've just had to restart mine.
There's a problem getting online, too, I think, Danny.
I don't know. It's the Illuminati.
Danny just saved my computer from a fist.
Now, listen, I was in the bathroom and I thought about something we could do on the show today. And we'll talk about the penis dude in a minute or two.
Please.
But I need, how many volunteers? 2. We made the staff leave the area so I could discuss this with Anthony and
6.
Jimmy. 6? We need 6 volunteers. They could be interns. They could be staff members. And
money up for grabs, by the way.
One person's going to walk away with $100 cash.
$100 might be nice. Buy a couple of packs of cigarettes.
If you guys want to ask
maybe some beers.
If you guys want to ask a couple general questions about what we're doing, that's fine. But
shit.
The only rule is if you volunteer for
that
this,
ain't good.
What happened?
The screen's all blue with writing on it.
Oh, that always means it's about to be fixed.
Oh, oh well. Nothing.
You know what, Ann? I bet it has some really key information on there too. That's going to help you get to the bottom of the problem, right?
Yeah,
like a memory address or something.
Disable or remove any newly installed hardware and drivers.
Oh, this is getting a little weird around here.
Something's going on,
but surely falling apart.
And when the machine breaks down, we break down.
I ain't going to allow that. Right there, OX00007.
Oh fuck! Okay, is that good?
Easy.
No air conditioning yesterday. Computers going down today.
Power boot this motherfucker.
Let's do a hard boot on the entire studio and see what happens.
Yeah.
Yes.
A hard boot.
Yeah.
Right out the fucking window with all the electronics.
What is going on with XM? Is this merger going through? Because things are falling apart.
I equate it to one of those games where you have to run a city or something like that. And if you don't put enough maintenance people in certain places, things start falling apart, like the amusement park games.
Are you talking about Sims and stuff?
Yeah, like Sim City or Sim Amusement Park. And then the roller coasters break down and everything. That's pretty much what this place has become.
What XM is going through right now.
Yes.
Important people are leaving the company, air conditioning units not being fixed, computers going down, no one talking to us about our last year of our contract.
No.
What are we, 70-some-odd days out?
Yeah.
So we got the staff out here.
All right, okay. But let's go back to this. So here's the deal. We need 5 or 6 volunteers. We'll take more. Interns, staff members. Basically, we got $100 to the winner, cash. A quick 100 for somebody. You can ask a few questions, but here's the deal.
100 smackaroos.
100 clams. If
you agree to do this contest, and then we tell you what it is, and you don't do it, we just got to fire you.
We scold you.
You got to be fired.
I have a question.
Danny has the first question. Yes.
Because you thought of this in the bathroom, I'm curious as to whether or not it has to do with duty.
Doesn't matter where we thought of it. Of course it does.
You know,
I do my best thinking in the bathroom, though, so that, you know.
It does have a little something to do with duty.
It does?
D-U-T-Y.
A little bit.
All right.
Yes.
Anybody else have a question? Sam.
Anyone? Get everybody in here that might participate.
You're a smart ass.
Yes, a smart aleck,
Sam.
I call him.
A smart
A
aleck.
Weisenheimer.
No, he's a dick.
So, does it involve tasting?
No. No tasting.
No, there won't be tasting.
No tasting.
Hey, Bob, do you have a question?
Maybe Bob wants to know, does it involve driving a lorry?
Yeah. Does it involve tea?
Tea? Does it involve smoking a fag or going to the loo?
Does it involve scraping a liver off the wall of a Paris tunnel?
Jimmy's back!
Oh,
sorry.
Does it involve colonizing most of the Western world?
I just ripped off the Ron and Fez show. I'm sorry.
What'd you say?
Because they pay close attention. I was just saying Jimmy's back, and they like to say Fezzy's back. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right, so stop. Don't have to.
We love ripping off the Ron and Fez show.
Post on a message board.
Fun.
Hey, Bob.
My one question is, are my clothes going to get soiled?
No.
No.
All right.
No.
Now, Bob, leave the studio so you can get a proper hello from the audience again.
Where you going, Bob?
There you go. Bob.
Where's Bob going?
He just gives the lame English wave when they do that. By the way.
Yeah.
Hello.
Like the Queen. Like the
Bob left
Queen.
the studio.
All right, Sam.
Does it involve nudity of any sort?
Does it involve nudity?
Meaning, wait, does it involve removing?
Sort?
Would I have to remove any of my clothing?
Remove any clothing.
Let me just say this: no public nudity.
Well, I didn't say in front of people.
You don't have to show anyone your goodness.
We don't want to
We
see your
all
cock
know
and balls.
it's
Sam.
giant. Mars, could you reboot that again? It's frozen in the Windows Start window. Windows is a treat.
Cream Pie Jones, you got a question for the contest?
Cream Pie.
No, I'm fine.
Are you gonna?
Cream Pie doesn't care. He
Are you
had a
going to
shit hat once.
participate in the contest for a quick
course he is.
$100?
Sure, why not?
Yeah. All right. The guys have 2 more questions, and then we pick volunteers. Who else has a question? Travis, E-Rock. E-Rock, you could question for the rest of the gang. Anybody else with a question?
Are they going to have to wash up their hair and the rest of them after this?
No.
What's this they stuff, Eric?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Eric.
what do you mean they, Eric? Stop being concerned.
Because I'll give you a little hint. Eric would probably be a good candidate for winning this.
He would be.
Whoa!
If the contest is who has a neck like Mr. Freeze. Did he actually why?
Why?
You guys get one more question. One more question.
I would have went with Florida Evans, but that's a good one,
Or
too.
the Tin Man. I
Yeah.
don't know, just a fucking
Big,
smushy.
fat, ringed neck.
This impromptu contest will not affect the rest of your day.
Looks like a stack of 3 mini bike tires.
Hey, fucking, yeah. Hey, mini donuts neck. I'm talking to somebody.
This
Eric's neck looked delicious.
Hey, floaty neck.
I want to dip Eric's neck in coffee.
a crawler. His neck looks like a
He has
crawler.
a crawler neck.
So you guys could go about the rest of your day with no problems. No one will ever know you were in on this contest.
Yeah, it's not a
Unless
big...
they're listening to the show, obviously. But physically...
Yeah, no goopy shit, no
Nope.
fucking
Nope.
touching anything disgusting,
Relatively simple contest.
no smelling anything, no tasting anything. It's nothing like that.
You're not going to be...
It's
What's
a
that?
simple contest.
Maybe.
Yes, that throws you a little. Duty is involved. Let's say duty's involved. Now this can mean a lot of things, and you won't have to touch anything. You don't even have to make duty.
Yeah, you don't have to make duty. Because I know that's going to scare people.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't have to make duty. Who's in?
Who's in? Yeah, it's time.
Well, my
Hey, Bob's in!
Bob's in.
well, my
Cream Pie, you stepping up to the plate?
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right, we got two. Line up with the boys. Here's the dude that banged one of the girls. That was in
right.
recently. Pat Duffy's
Pat
in.
Duffy is in.
For a quick hundy.
Will my girlfriend be ashamed of me if I do it?
No.
She's ashamed of you anyway.
Yeah,
hair.
She's too busy Googling Seth Green right now.
All right.
Oh, dear Seth. So cool to talk to you yesterday. I think we have a lot in common.
Travis just let me know he made a duty in case you're looking for something.
Oh, did you?
We don't need anyone's duty. Anybody else?
Do it, Danny.
Big boy made a duty.
I'm thinking Danny is the favorite for this.
I'm in the duty.
Danny's the favorite.
I want to think that Danny's the favorite. I'm going to go either. I want to bet with you guys. I say Danny or Cream Pie Jones wins.
Where's E-Rock?
E-Rock should be in on this.
I want Eric.
E-Rock.
Something to that.
Oh, E-Rock.
E-Rock, you in?
Yes, he's in.
Yeah, man.
Come on.
All right. Everyone
fucking
in.
kid.
And
Everyone's in.
I
This
really
is
want
good.
Danny too.
Danny
I'm in. I
Travis.
said I was in.
No, Danny's in.
So we got 2, 4, 5. We got 7.
What about Butcher?
Huh?
Butcher's kind of a fuck.
Steve.
Steve.
Yeah, you know what?
Wow, we might have changed the favorite.
Let's get Big Steve in here. Where's Baby Doll Steve?
I'm executive producing.
Nope.
Why?
Steve is the judge. No,
Oh.
Jimmy?
No, I like.
No, I think I think the pretty young lady in blue should be the judge.
Yes.
Well, hello, you.
Hello, nice.
Pretty young lady in blue, will you be the judge for this impromptu contest with the staff?
Sure.
All right.
All right.
What's your name, Mama?
Chelsea.
Oh, hi, Chelsea. What's the fella's name with you?
Pete.
Hi, Pete.
And that's your brother?
No.
Husband?
Trying.
Nope.
Guy whose balls you jiggle?
No.
Boyfriend?
No.
Oh,
Just a
just a friend.
Yeah.
Why, he's a handsome dude.
Is he a friend with benefits?
Used to be.
Oh, really?
Used to be. What happened?
You're like Seinfeld and Elaine.
Does Pete make cumsies too quick?
I moved away.
You
I live
moved
in
away?
Ohio.
Where'd you move to? Fucking,
Ohio.
Good improv by me. Trying to think of fucking San Francisco or
It was beautifully executed.
Yeah. Where did you move to? Away?
Away.
All right. Line up there, Danny. Sure. We
Here
got
he
a
comes.
judge. We got the money.
Here comes Carlisi.
$100 cash.
Where's Butcher?
I think we got enough. I think we got a nice selection.
Mars, power boot this motherfucker. Thanks.
Uh-oh.
Butcher's in?
Steve's panicking.
All right, Butcher's in.
Steve, what's the matter?
What? I'm not telling you what I'm doing. Go fuck yourself.
No.
We don't have any bosses at this point.
What?
Red Sox. Oh, wow. Maybe, yeah.
Can I see the paper? I won't-
No.
But I promise.
No.
I'll keep it under my
Secret.
hat. I'll keep it under my hat.
No, you won't.
I'm a hat. Keep it under my.
All right, we got
I
everybody.
want boy most likely to keep things under his hat in high school.
E-Rock, get in here.
That's right. It was me and George Harrison.
Oh, my God. Dirk's on the board. You all right
Dirk will
today,
be great.
Dirk?
There's
People
good.
are noticing that you're slowly losing your mind. And
There's
they
just
love
gonna be
it out
like,
there.
nah,
They
fuck these
love it.
guys.
His
I'm
hair
just
is
gonna
getting
sit
long.
here.
Dude,
That's a
I
creep.
just said that. He laughed and just gave me a double, like, pistol. Like,
Yeah.
all right. Well, this was a contest that we thought of a while ago, and it kind of fell through the cracks. And I was taking a leak, and I started laughing to myself. And today on the Opie and Anthony show, for $100 to the winner, you guys can't back out now. Really?
I did.
You got to suck each other's cocks in
That's
line.
right.
Yeah.
No.
It is a impromptu racing stripe contest.
Underwear cleanliness contest. Do you have
Whoever
a
has
shit stripe in your underwear?
Whoever has the worst shit stripe in their underwear wins $100 cash. And we don't want to. I don't need to see no one naked.
Now here's how the
Don't fucking rub your hiney, Sam.
No, let him rub their heinies. Let him gear up.
Motherfucker,
Let him gear
no.
up. Dig a finger in the crack. We need fucking evidence.
Well, hold on. Sam, there's got to be rules. Do we give him like 10 seconds to
Itching
to
his
itch?
ass.
Good, excellent. 10
Everybody
seconds.
gets only 10 seconds to itch.
10 seconds. And by the way, the lovely girl that volunteered, you're the judge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to be the judge.
That's right. Pete, who used to have benefits but moved away. You're about to be aced out, Pete, by somebody who shits their pants.
All right, here we go. So they could itch for 10 seconds?
A 10-second itch.
Look at Sam getting
Well,
ready
look
to
at Duff
Sounds like
unbuckling his
set up,
pants.
Sam-
ready to dig deep.
What? 3 days in?
Wait, what do you got?
I've been wearing these underwear for 3 days.
Holy shit.
Have you been frightened at all?
No.
All right, you got 10 seconds. Get ready. Bob is pulling his pants down. Bob,
What you doing,
Yeah,
Bob?
pull him down.
That's how we do it in Liverpool.
It's okay to show your underwear.
All right, here we go. And you get 10 seconds from right now. Go.
All right.
Dig in there,
The
you
itch
silly
is on.
geese.
They want to dig deep, get a lot of good
What are they seeing that they're freaking out
shit
about?
stripes. I believe they're seeing Butch's ass.
Butch is sticking his finger up his ass through his.
They
Cream pie,
are
what are you
really
doing? You don't
digging.
dig it in.
He's wiping his ass with his
Dig in
fucking
there, Cream
finger.
Pie. Don't be
His
shy.
underwear.
Okay.
All right, that's it.
I think Cream Pie just shit himself.
And
now,
time.
Now smell each other's fingers to the person to the right of you. They're all sticking it
And they
in
all
Bob's
did it.
face. Pat Duffy just wiped Cream Pie's nose with his
finger
hand.
up my ass.
And he wiped Cream Pie Jones on the nose. He's touching Cream Pie on the nose.
Boy, that's believable, by the way. Yeah. All right. So the scratching of the assholes is complete. Now, how do we do this without having to see
We
these
can
guys
see
naked?
asses. It's who cares? Just
Well, I think...
Do they bend over and just kind of pull their underpants out?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, they could kind of pull him down, pull him out. We could have the lovely lady. I'm sorry. What's your name?
Chelsea.
Miss Chelsea.
Yes,
Have
Chelsea.
the lovely Chelsea take a look down the back of their pants.
Chelsea.
Are you qualified to maybe be the judge of this? Have you had experience with skid marks and underwear? Maybe doing laundry or
yeah.
No.
no? But you know what one looks like, right?
Yeah, I know what it looks like.
It's a disgusting stripe of pure shit
Right.
on underwear.
All right, let's
Now, also, are you all of you guys wearing white briefs, or does some have boxers on? Boxers, definite disadvantage. Colorful boxers. The stripe isn't going to show up. Who's got white?
I have earth tones. This isn't good for me.
Oh, that's not good at all. Who has white?
Baby blue. That's an advantage.
Baby blue?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Look at how light that is.
Yeah, that's true.
Sam is in. All right.
No one's wearing briefs. Wow, white briefs would be an instant winner.
No.
Red Roland's not in this
Boxer
contest.
briefs, no? What?
Wow, everyone with
All right.
boxers.
So how are we going to do this, Jimmy?
I think Cream Pie has boxer briefs.
What kind of panties does Chelsea have on? You don't have to show unless you want. What
Can
kind?
we see your shit stain first just to...
What do you
Now
have on?
she's got a shit stain.
Boy shorts.
Oh, little boy shorts.
Sexy. All
are
right.
good.
She's very sexy legs. I think that Chelsea should just look.
Jimmy, you want to be the reporter on the scene, or...
All right.
All right, Jimmy will be the reporter on the scene.
We're gathered here.
Let's start from... can we start with Butcha and work our way toward the window? That's what I'm thinking.
All right.
Am I doing this?
All right,
She'll look at all of them and make a determination. Just show your ass. No,
give everybody a shot.
show her. No, it's fine. It's an ass.
all right. And
Nice
Chelsea...
piss stain on the front.
Butcha?
Nice piss stain.
He's got a piss stain in the front of his fucking
Might
red...
be a cum stain, actually.
All right, Chelsea, get in there. What does it look like? I hope you're good at...
Take a smell.
I don't see any stain.
You don't
Okay,
see
no
a stain
stain.
at all?
No skid mark.
He's a rookie.
Danny, you see anything in
Maybe
there?
a little moisture.
Moisture.
There's nothing going on.
All right, nothing going on.
Nothing. That's
Wait,
disappointing.
what kind of scratching did you do there, Butcher?
I don't know, man. I actually stuck my whole hand up my ass.
All right. Well,
I didn't accomplish
you got a
much.
clean dumper.
All right, here's the kid that allegedly has sex with girls and
Videotapes.
illegally tapes him on his cell phone.
Yeah. I hope he has a nice fucking. I hope he has a fucking half a log hanging out. What a blow he'd strike for all of us. No, you got to pull the boxers out, sweetie.
Way to pose.
I know. We're not looking at your ass. Pull the boxers back and let her see your fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Dude, you're really having a hard. I've watched you get blown.
All right. Now, well, someone's got to pull the boxers out for the
Chelsea,
guy.
you can just pull the boxers out. Take a look. You don't have to touch his cheeks.
All right, she's pulling the boxers away from his body and looking into his underpants.
You know what? Maybe she shouldn't be touching people. Maybe our executive producer should help out.
Steve.
Because that's even more.
You do have the title, Steve.
You agreed before you fucking. Yes, I'll be happy to do this.
No,
I don't.
actually, you know what? I'm delegating. Microphone.
Mike. No, Steve, you do it.
I'm going to delegate it. Butcher, you want to do this?
Go right ahead.
I'll grab fucking everybody's.
All right, Butch, it's all good. All right, Butch, go. Wait, was there anything going on with this kid?
It didn't look like it.
Nothing going on.
Nothing going on, Chelsea, who's the official judge for the impromptu racing stripe contest. Now we got Cream Pie Jones.
Cream Pie.
He's wearing black underwear.
Oh, yeah. No, he wasn't. It was white before. He's the winner.
Yeah. What do we got in there?
Go, Cream Pie.
All right.
Nothing going on.
Nothing going on. We got 3 guys down in the contest. Nothing going on.
That sucked.
Cream Pie's a fucking
Hold on.
mess.
Hey, Club Soda Kenny, can you come in here for a sec?
Okay.
Where is he?
He's running.
Oh, fuck. Kenny.
Jesus, fucking Fred Gwynn goes through doors quieter.
Give Cream Pie Jones one of your classic wedgies. You ever see this? It's horrific.
No, son.
All right, watch this.
All right. Now we got Bob.
Yeah, we want Kenny to inspect you, Cream Pie Jones.
Oh, this can't be good. Uh-oh.
Oh, wow. That is a wedgie.
Kenny wedges.
He's off the ground. He's off the ground.
Kenny pulls the underpants all the way to the back of your neck when he gives you a wedgie.
He makes it look like a cape.
Yes. Wow.
Check now.
Wow. All right. We're looking. Who's the next contestant? We're really looking for like an old shoe shine rag here.
AC/DC boxers on Bob.
Hey, it's Bob, everyone! He's in the contest!
Bob. Drop him, Bob.
Bob has an AC/DC underwear as well as a lifestyle. Thank you.
All right, Chelsea, look into his boxers or whatever he's wearing.
No shit stains.
No, just
hairy
shit
ass.
stains.
What the fuck is it with these little
Wait,
fucking...
Bob has a hairy ass?
Just Bob hairy ass.
Boy hair.
All right.
What's her?
All right, Pat Duffy.
Come on, Duff.
Duffy.
Come on,
Duffy said he's
Duffy.
been wearing the same underwear for 3 days.
What a trooper.
3 days. He dug deep. He's got a light.
Pull him out, because I'm touching
Well, help me out here. All right, Butch is pulling the
Come on,
underpants
Duff.
away. Chelsea's looking in.
you're going to be disappointed.
Nothing.
Duffy's ass is clean.
Nothing. What's wrong with you guys? No roids or anything?
Nothing but clean man ass.
Danny had a look. Why are you
stinky.
looking, Danny?
Well, yeah.
He doesn't believe.
I saw the way Duffy was getting in there, and I thought for sure we were about to crown a winner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$100 too.
I'm amazed.
Who's up next, Sam?
Sorry.
Oh, Sam's beautiful
Young
ass.
Sam.
Look at young Sam.
There's something there. Give it to me. Give me the money. There's something there.
Chelsea's looking into Sam's pants.
Let them know what's up.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Deer antlers on your boxers?
You know,
Christmas boxers.
No. You know if there's...
Are those what are those?
Clean.
We got
Boy showered this morning.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got some
You know what?
antlers.
You know if
I
this
know.
ends in a tie, we're going to have a suck-off. You know that, so...
Let's do it, baby.
All right, who's next?
Eric.
E-Rock. Come on, E-Rock. Please, just
E-Rock.
win once. Oh, he has awful yellow boxers?
They're Monopoly boxers.
Are they really? What the...
They
All
say
right.
treasure chest.
Butcher?
No, they don't. Let me see him.
Fucking Monopoly.
What are you
has
fucking got?
Monopoly boxers. Oh my God.
What a queer.
What the fuck are you thinking?
Drop
If
him.
radio was Monopoly, you'd be Baltic Avenue. Come on, drop him, E-Rock. That's great.
All right, here's E-Rock. Come on.
Nah, man, looks like it's going to be a suck-off.
Clean.
Clean. Damn it.
The fuck?
All right, Danny. Who saw
Chest
this
underwear.
coming?
Danny
The
will not
hell saw
disappoint.
He might not.
I'm
Danny.
probably going to. I unfortunately changed my underpants this morning.
Oh, wow. Well, that's...
Anything going on?
It's
Nope.
definitely going to be a suck-off.
Suck off.
How's my ass though? It's nice, right?
Nicer than Sam's.
I guess what has to happen now, and this was in the rules, and we probably have to have Steve for this.
Finger painting?
No.
With shit?
Now, everybody's ass, I'm sure most of them don't smell good, but one has to smell the worst.
Oh, Jimmy. That's why you get paid the big bucks. Where's Steve going? Lock the doors.
Steve, we're going to need Steve for this one. I think what's going to happen is, since all the boys have clean underpants.
Yeah, we got to give away the 100. It wouldn't be fair to just take the money back.
I think that we can't have young Chelsea do this, and she's a lovely gal. We need to have somebody.
Let's ask Chelsea. Why would you?
Oh, you know what?
Take
Maybe.
such an opportunity away from her.
Chelsea, we want to help us out further?
Sure.
Sure, you're a good girl.
Yeah.
We're going to need you to, we're going to have to see whose ass smells the worst.
Yeah, they have to drop their pants. They could keep their underpants on.
Jesus.
Pat's ass smelled pretty bad.
Well, we're going to have to check, though. We have to do a
All
better
right,
check.
everyone line up, drop their pants, keep their underwear on, line
I
up.
ain't smelling no ass.
Chelsea,
just pull your, you
I need a co-judge.
expose your asses.
Chelsea will work the line. She's asking for a co-judge. Is there another woman out there willing to be a co-judge?
Okay, yes.
I'll be my co-judge.
The Russian broad that was on our show once and
Okay. The
annoyed the shit out of everybody.
But she's going to be immune to Duffy's, though.
One of these asses.
Now, here's what we do.
All right, hold on.
Here's what we do.
This is for the $100.
Here's what has to happen. The guys, what you do is this. When the judges get behind you, you will expose your hiney, bend forward, and spread your cheeks. That is the only way. Now, the girls won't touch you. They'll put their noses in the area, and they will go as if they're holding a Chardonnay.
Jim, you want to make sure they're doing it right back there?
Sure, I'll thanks. Love to. What am I going to... All right.
Now,
do we have a... Hold on.
Jimmy, you certainly don't. I was just going for a
don't
line.
mind.
I was going for a line.
Do we have an extra mic? I don't mind.
Here, take me.
Oh.
Wait, someone's suggesting a baby wipe off.
Do we have a spare headset?
Oh, that might be
So I
good.
can hear Greg and Tony? Thank you, sir.
A wipe off?
A wipe off if there's a tie in the smelly ass portion of the contest.
We could send somebody out now, just that we have them when this.
I think someone's going to win after this round.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, here's what we're going to do.
All right.
I guess everybody has to fucking... All right.
Jimmy, what?
Nothing.
All right.
All right. Somebody will show their ass. They'll bend over. They'll open their cheeks, and the two judges just do it one at a time, so your assholes aren't. Hey, Danny, you can wait. Jesus, this fucking ass is ready to be shown. Why don't we start?
After you get your ass smelled, move to the side so we can get this done.
All right. Why don't we start here with Cream Pie Jones?
Cream Pie
Jones. You have to bend forward.
Cream pie. Cream pie.
Where you going, Cream Pie? Stop being shy. Go over here.
Pie.
Is there anything they could smell in between to cleanse the palate?
Bend forward.
Yeah.
Oh my God! What happened to your underwear?
Kenny destroyed it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, bend forward.
All right.
Pull your underwear down.
All right, Chelsea.
Pull them down. Don't be a shy kid. Stop trying to hide your gut. And now open your cheeks. Open those cheeks.
Oh God.
And the girls, get down close, Chelsea.
All right, get down
Get in
there, girls.
there.
We want. Wait, we got to. Wait, we got to get the sniffing on the air. Hold on.
Oh God, one of the girls is gagging.
Wait, hold on. We need to get a microphone down there so we can. All right, Steve. Steve, sniff again.
Pretty bad.
Steve, give it a quick check.
Go ahead, sniff.
Oh, she's gagging.
I'm tearing up.
Oh, is that funny?
How was it?
Sweet.
Delicious.
What does it smell like?
Cream Pie is still in the running?
Cream pie's still on the running.
Okay. What does it smell like?
It smells like putrid garbage. I'm sorry.
Putrid garbage ass.
All right, Cream Pie.
There's chicken biscuit breakfast there.
Oh, congratulations.
From the South.
You got a hard asshole.
Oh, that is disgusting.
Who's up next there, Jimmy?
Butcher. Let's get Butcher up there. Cream Pie, you, Mike, everybody. And
now, if Butcher's not better than Cream Pie, then he's out of the competition, okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here
Cream
we go.
Pie is the...
Butcher is presenting his
fucking
ass.
sniff. Lick the fucking roid.
Yeah.
Get the sniffing on the air, please.
Actually, not bad at all. Not bad.
Oh wow.
Butcher's out!
Not
Butcher,
bad
go
at
back
all.
over there. Take your shame-filled, clean asshole and fucking hit the bricks, punk.
It's an asshole. Shit comes out of it. What are you doing with it?
All
Smelling
right, how
nice.
about fucking Travis?
I didn't do it.
You did? Why did you do it?
He wasn't in the first round.
I wasn't in the
He's
first
not
round.
eligible for that money.
Travis, you stepped up. Travis is like, I don't know.
Who took a shit?
Travis did.
I did.
Well, what the fuck are we doing?
And Sam told me he dropped one at CBS. So
All right, so fucking who's next? Travis or Sam?
Let's go, baby. Let's make it happen.
Sam.
All right, Sam's up. Sam is exposing his ass. And here we go. The girls are in there sniffing. Sniff.
Not that bad.
Of course. Why would it be?
Not that bad.
Beat it, you fucking hairy-cheeked little...
Did it smell like anything? A little bit in there or what?
It's like a little bit, but it's not bad.
All right.
That's the worst right here.
Fuck is
Yeah,
up with
this
these
one's
guys?
definitely the winner so far.
Okay. All right, cream pie's still in it.
Travis?
Cream pie is the ass to beat.
You won. I mean, I just took a shit.
Stop being
so.
Yes! You just took a shit. Gee, that's terrible. Get ready for your 100, kid.
All right. This contest might be under protest because he wasn't in the first couple rounds. But we'll decide
Doesn't matter.
afterwards.
There was no.
All right.
How about this?
Yeah.
They can look at Travis's underwear. If there's a skid mark, I didn't realize he hadn't been in, or I certainly would have said something because he came in for it. So he should be eligible for the $100 too.
Smells balls too.
Smell his balls.
All right, let's go. Travis
we doing,
is dropping
smelling?
his jeans.
Yeah, just drop them and expose your cheeks.
All right, Travis is.
Nice legs.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, go ahead. Don't worry about it. Now expose your cheeks. Stop trying to stall. Don't be shy. Open them up. Jesus, little ass.
All right, get in there, girls.
This
Damn
one's
it.
still the winner.
Cream pie is still in the lead.
Travis just dropped the deuce.
Good wiper, too. Good wiper.
Wow, cream pie.
Wow.
All right.
Cream pie is just disgusting.
All right, how about...
By the way,
Young man over here.
lady, Jimmy, make sure we can hear the sniffing on the radio. Ladies, if you can give us a nice
because
sniff.
cream pie's holding the thing, so just make sure you sniff so we can hear on the
Yeah.
radio.
All right.
We still got Duffy. We still got Bob. We still have the young man.
Who's
and
this
Of course,
kid?
we have fucking Danny, and of course, we have E-Rock.
Who's this kid?
E-Rich.
E-Rich. What's up, E-Rich?
E-Rich is a good boy.
All right.
Go ahead, E-Rich.
E-Rich dropping his drawers. Girls, get in there.
Guy asses are fucking disgusting, dude.
Oh, wow. She's gagging. She's gagging.
All right, E-Rich is in the running. He's in the running.
Who's
Wow.
it? E-Rich
I
or...
farted, that's why.
You farted.
All right,
Did you fart in her face?
Hold on, E-Rich or cream pie? Or is this not too short?
All right, we'll keep them both in it for
All right,
now.
E-Rich and cream pie. All right.
Yeah, these two so
All right, let's get young Bob over there. Hey, Bob!
Here comes
Come on, young Bob.
You're looking at me bum.
Smell his bum. It's going to be like fish and chips.
Ew, it is all... Oh, fucking... Yeah!
smells like pretty gross. Smells like English crumpets.
Well, is it bad or no?
It's bad.
Okay. Bob's in the running. Congratulations, Slender
way to
Bob.
go, Bob!
All right.
And Jimmy, Bob has a hairy ass?
No, you both got to get down there and smell Duff.
Oh,
All right, here's Bat Duffy.
You can do what you want.
How would it taste like?
I'd love to say that it smells, but it doesn't.
She'd love to say it, though.
God damn it, Duff.
Cancel tickets then.
And Duffy needs the money, too. That's what really sucks. Oh, wow.
All right, well, who we got left? We got
One
fucking
girl is
let's
cleaning
get
her
young Danny
glasses.
over here.
It got so bad she had to clean her glasses, Anthony. All right, here's Danny. We got Danny and E-Rock left in the contest.
Now, I will tell you that I do feel rather sweaty.
Got a
in
guest coming downstairs. Could you pick the... Thank you.
Okay. We got fucking Danny.
I can tell that my ass is sweaty.
Okay.
So there's some definite moisture. And I did ride my bike in this morning.
Oh, wow.
From what
Okay.
borough?
No, not my pedal bike, but motorcycle. They do get hot, and it does create it does create
swamp ass.
Yeah, a pocket. That's a
Danny
good one.
is feeling some confidence, my brother.
Here, hold this for me, please.
Okay, of course. All right.
Good luck, Danny.
Danny,
Wow, nice firm cheeks.
and they get in there, girls.
Wider.
Smell.
Come on.
Sniff.
Wider,
It's not wide enough.
Sniff.
Nothing.
Wow.
Nothing.
Danny disappoints.
Danny, what the fuck?
Danny disappoints.
I know. I'm just as surprised as you are. There's nothing there.
Every time that makes me laugh.
Nice butt, too.
You both went?
Yeah.
I didn't. We didn't hear the sniffing on the air though. They might
I'll
be.
do it again if you want. Doesn't smell
Let's get a good sniff.
Get
though.
down there, Chelsea. Don't be so shy, girl.
Yeah, let's get in there. I want.
Nothing.
Wow.
Pretty clean. Yeah.
All right, young E-Rock.
Kind of like they were letting a little air out of the
E-Rock.
tire there. E-Rock is the last one,
Right?
right?
His fucking Monopoly.
All right.
How do you not love Eric?
Actually, E-Rock, turn around and open your mouth.
Oh shit!
It's not that contest.
Oh.
Oh, and. Right?
All right.
Come on, open them, sweetie pie.
Yeah.
And here we go.
Please win.
No. Nothing.
Oh, damn it.
Shit.
Who knew semen had no odor? All right.
All right, we got we're down to 3. Who do we got in the finals? E-Rich, Cream Pie Jones, and well,
Can I nominate a celebrity guest judge? Because I think that we have these two to do it, but their palate has already had the flavor. So there's no coffee grinds for them to smell. So I think that they should both smell cream pie and E-Ridge. But I also think that one of our favorites, young Eric, should become our celebrity guest judge.
Yes, E-Rock. It would be wonderful if E-Rock got involved.
E-Rock, yes.
We want E-Rock involved at every turn.
All right, here we go. So we got 3 left. Cream pie, E-Rich, and Bob.
And E-Rock is... Oh, Bob! I forgot Bob was still a part.
Hey, Bob!
How you doing there, Bob?
Okay, why don't we start in order we went? How about young Jared?
This is for $100.
Here it is.
E-Rock, get in there. Make sure you get the microphone.
Get the sniff. He turned his hand around like Earl Weaver.
Come on, Eric.
All right, wait.
Remember?
No, they smell. They smell first, then E-Rock.
E-Rock got knocked back on his ass with that one.
E-Rock, what does it smell like?
Not a cream pie.
Tears in his eyes. E-Rock,
Shit Pie Jones.
what does it smell like?
You know when a baby needs to be changed?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really bad. Like, did you go today at all?
Yeah. He even talked to him like a baby. Did you go today?
Did you go? Did you make duty?
Did you make?
Yeah, after chicken biscuit breakfast.
Yeah,
Plus, I had to walk all the way down there.
Oh God! You worked up a. Were you working up a froth like one of the handsome cab horses?
Yep.
You know when they get foamy in their ass cheeks.
All right. How about young E-Rich?
All right.
But I want those two to go in and then E-Rock because I don't like the fact that only because they've already smelled it. So those two first.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Those two first.
And guys, don't give out the winner. Well,
don't give it out.
Yeah.
Oh. It's pretty raunchy. Yeah.
E-Rock.
E-Rock. Get on in there.
Come on, E-Rock.
Dig in. Get a good one.
Keep the mic there. I got it.
Look at E-Rock's face.
Come on, E-Rock. Open it.
Oh, there goes E-Rock again, getting knocked back and puking. Oh, he's dry heaving. And
You know what? I think you should smell it again because I don't know.
You know what?
I don't know what happened there.
Do you think what I think that he
Yes,
might just
Jimmy.
be overplaying it to embarrass poor young Rich? I don't
Absolutely.
like that at all.
Because he's not happy that
We need honesty.
That he's working his name. There's E-Rock, there's E-Rich. So E-Rich,
There's
one
a
more
jealousy
time.
happening.
Yes, Jimmy felt it too.
I
E-Rock.
felt it too, Eric, and then you know I love you, but
all right,
I think one more whiff is in order because we feel you're hating the player and not the game.
Let's get in there again, E-Rock. E-Rock
And
smelling.
you got to open
E-Rich.
them wide, Rich. Please. I mean, be a
holy shit! He just spread his cheeks open.
This kid
so fucking. Oh God! Oh, E-Rock.
Oh, Eric just puked on the floor. He missed the garbage can.
The garbage can and puked on the floor and on one of the mic cords.
But he didn't get close to it.
No, he
but
looked.
he had it open and it was puckering.
He looked at his asshole and vomited.
It winked at E-Rock.
All right, let's get in there for the real
E-Rock.
All right, come on, E-Rock.
Ready?
E-Rock, get in. Don't. Yeah, get in. Close your eyes for a second.
Come on, E-Rock, come on.
All right, E-Rock, get into position. All right, here we go. One more sniff.
Get in there.
And I want to hear the sniffing on the radio there, E-Rock. Come on.
You'll be fine.
All right.
Yeah, get in there.
Yeah, you'll be okay.
Come on.
Come on, E-Rock. Just stay there, sir. Paul, spread apart.
Sniff.
He can't even smell. This is just E-Rock looking into his asshole. Oh, he's puking all over.
Oh my God!
Holy shit! E-Rock
I threw up on my hand.
Oh, fantastic!
Oh my God!
Oh, fucking Eric!
All right, did you smell it officially?
I can't get near it. It does stuff.
It does stuff.
All right, how about this? How about I have an idea?
Rich, play it fair.
Rich, bend over a little bit, but keep your hand covering your cheeks so E-Rock can get close. Like bend forward, but cover your hole with your palm, just so he can't look in. Now you get close, you don't have to look,
and then spread,
and close your eyes for a second.
All right.
Okay, now he's gonna put his ass. Now open your cheeks up.
I want to hear the
wide.
sniffing
Open
on the radio.
Cheeks wide.
Wait, shh.
My teeth hurt.
Holy shit!
Fucking
fucking believable.
My teeth hurt.
How can you not love this kid?
Oh,
we
your
got a champ.
asshole gave him dental problems. Oh, that's fucking wonderful.
All right,
now,
who's,
Bob, that's a tough act to follow.
Oh, Bob. Yes, Bob. This is it.
Now, Bob, I remember the girls smelling Bob. Bob was pretty swampy.
Yeah.
This might touch E-Rock off also.
And then the judges will get together and decide who wins this thing.
Now spread them wide there, Bob.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Bob. The girls go in first. Shh.
Not as bad as Irish.
Oh, really?
All right.
Yeah, bad.
All right.
All right.
E-Rock, get in there. Get a good one.
All right, E-Rock is going to smell Bob's this.
Oh, God, dude.
He really does have a hairy ass.
Oh, my God, dude. It's black and red.
All right, get in there.
Newspaper.
It's
A little bit. He's got.
Just had a little puke bubble. You all right, E-Rock?
It's stale, but it's not.
Young
as
E-Rich.
bad as, E-Rich.
E-Rich wins it all?
Wow.
Certainly does.
The visual. E-Rock could not even visually. Here's my 40.
E-Rich, yeah. Okay. They give me the 20.
There you go. E-Rich wins the.
Wow,
whatever
E-Rich.
we're calling this contest.
Holy shit.
Good idea.
It was an okay idea. We made it work.
Made it work. I was
not one racing stripe. Not
I was
one.
getting a little nervous when they didn't have the racing stripes, but the impromptu improvisation that goes on with this show, having E-Rock smell assholes and puke.
Yeah,
it's a winner. You can't lose.
My teeth hurt.
My teeth hurt.
He meant it. He wasn't trying to be funny. It just was the fact.
He twice vomited looking into his asshole. He said it does things.
It's like it's pulsing.
It was a pulsating ass. Wow.
I threw up on my hand.
Yeah. And his teeth hurt. Fuck.
Never says no.
We got line of the day. We're gonna need a few minutes.
Yeah, it's.
I'm sure there needs to be an addition.
Yeah, that's why it's.
All right. How about we do one break, not two? A quick break. We'll do line of the day. Stay there.
There is a new element of vulgarity.
Opie and Anthony is outrageous.
Fuck you, moral Anna. Fuck you.
Damages our children.
Go fuck yourself.
And diminishes their future.
Evil.
This is a tragedy for the society.
Getting ready for line of the day. Also, really fast. We can do a minute on this. A weird story out of Saratoga Springs. A 19-year-old man must make an apology to the city of Saratoga Springs for dressing as a inflatable 6-foot penis.
Oh.
Then parading across the high school stage at the high school's graduation last month.
It was a pretty good dick costume, too.
There's a picture. I'm sure you can find it online.
That's hilarious.
That's hilarious.
How did he get past, what happened?
Yeah, I know. How do you get past that?
And most
all
of the people on
people
stage, and they're like the valedictorians and the special kids from, high school, the do-gooders, they're all laughing at the kid. They're laughing their asses off.
That's not even my favorite part.
What?
My favorite part of that story is what he was doing.
What was
Did you
he
get
doing?
that? He actually hooked it up where he could squirt silly string out into the audience.
Oh, did he? That's
yeah.
great.
So he was...
Calvin Moret, I think his name is.
How old is he?
And they give his address out. Must also pay to have the letter published in the Saratogian newspaper. This guy has to apologize. He has to pay to get it printed. He's 19 now, Jimmy. Calls for him to pay $95 in court fees and perform 24 hours of community service.
Oops.
Man.
That's hilarious that he did that.
Absolutely.
Giant penis across the stage.
Moret purchased the full-body costume and sprayed some of the 5,000 people in the crowd with silly string, police said. Moret graduated from Saratoga Springs High School last year. We got to get this kid on the fucking show. Could we try to make this happen tomorrow, Danny? I'll hand that over to you. We got his address and everything.
We might be able to get him. I mean, if he picks up, we might be able to
Just
get
a guy in a giant penis costume.
Yeah. In trouble now.
Oh, it's always funny.
That's really good. Let's do line of the day and get out of here. We gotta We got to meet with All American Ford. We're going to be giving away a car at the Virus show this
All American Ford
this summer, August 2nd. Stretch.
What?
We have to actually.
Why, they're not out? Can't we go through the runners up while they get the good ones?
I don't think we're ready.
No. By the way, we're in the money today there, Anthony. This is called stretching. Citadel stock is up 2 cents today.
Nice. What are we kicking at?
82 cents.
82 cents.
82
wow.
cents, yes.
That's great. We got in at, 50 cents?
Oh, that or $19.
Oh, that's right. $19.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it getting back there.
Yeah.
Supreme waste of money that was.
Dude, I could read line of the day copy like no one's business, and I could slow the fuck down.
Why couldn't I get Google IPOs? I gotta get in on the Google IPO. I get on Citadel.
Mm-hmm.
Shitadel.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like Citadel, but with shit in it.
Exactly. How's your computer?
Well, no one
Did
there was a problem with the internet, so it wasn't the computer's fault. Everyone was having problems.
I'm having severe problems with Pal Talk. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, everyone's
I don't know what it is.
I don't know either, Anthony.
it's
But let's see between you, me, and the gatepost. Let's hope it all gets fixed.
I think it's aliens.
What's that?
Oh, look, the guy's got to clean up the vomit on the floor.
Can we go back?
Clean up Iraq's vomit.
Can we go back to the penis story for a second? I've been to a graduation or two, and how did no one notice that he was just sitting there in his penis costume waiting to go on stage?
You know what it is? He had the fucking he had the little valedictorian hat on. They probably just figured he was a good student
because it was giant. Like what was it shoved under his hat?
No, I'm saying he had the hat on top.
Oh, on top, so they didn't recognize it was a dick.
Yeah, they just thought he was a special boy.
Yeah, how do you get into that getup?
I don't know.
And
then
I'd
he
like
runs
to talk
out.
to him.
You think Steve is searching?
That's
Steve's right
a guest
here.
we need. Fuck the guests like George Clooney and stuff.
Aren't you searching for penis dude?
I just got his name. I just wrote his name down from the article.
Shouldn't you be in a phone book looking up penis dudes?
Yeah,
Penis dude.
Oh,
I do that every night.
Wow, that was loud.
What was that?
Holy, Roland, was that you? Was Jim?
Jimmy.
I wouldn't fart with Jill in the studio.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I would.
Roland, you got anything today?
Did you?
It slipped out.
My God.
Get over here.
There's a TV person here.
Chill, and she has to be in the same room with you farting.
I'm across the room, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Hi, Roland.
She was sitting by Iraq's puke. I guess that's good enough. She's a trooper.
My brother's on his way home.
Your brother's on his way home.
Yeah, we went to Billy Joel last night.
Rikers?
I could have went there last night. I didn't.
Played for 3.5 hours.
Oh,
You
really?
went to Billy Joel last night?
Yeah, Don Henley popped out, Tony Bennett, John Mayer.
Didn't, what's it, Roger Daltrey?
No.
Oh, no, he's supposed to.
No.
My,
that's Friday.
Pete called me and asked if I wanted to go.
Townsend?
Why didn't you go see that? That's
I could go
something
Friday.
cool to see.
Yeah, you know, I just didn't.
3.5 hours.
Yeah, John Mellencamp came out to do Little Pink House. And,
Ugh.
It would have been boring backstage anyway. What would I do?
Meet the celebrities.
I'm kidding, of course.
Take
I just didn't
pictures
go.
of everybody.
What
Be
was it?
annoying.
What was the moment at the show?
when he looks bright red and drunk.
Did he look bright red
Well,
and
he was
drunk?
like bright red. I guess at Hamptons. I don't know. He was good though. He sang all his hits and air guitars were out.
He what?
People were like doing air guitars.
People were doing air guitar?
Mm-hmm.
What, I'm rolling. I'm texting. What did you say they doing? What?
What?
What were they doing, people?
Air guitars.
What's an air guitar?
Like, and then the air pianos. When you did the piano man.
Piano Man's fine, but what's the other one?
Jazz hands.
Yeah, what does he do again?
Air guitars.
Air guitar.
Air guitars.
Air guitars.
I can't wait to talk to Roger, man. I'm obsessed with your brother.
Well, we're going to Springsteen 3 nights.
When? Next week? 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
So he'll be back in 2 weeks.
He'll be back in 2 weeks.
All right, you book you and your brother for the show.
He does not wake up early.
No.
That tough shit.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
Yeah, so come on, Roger.
Yeah, Roger.
Get in here, man.
Get your motherfucking ass in here.
Roger, get your motherfucking ass up.
No, because he was thinking of stories to tell you guys on the way to Billy Joel. I was like, no.
Oh, that's so you're saying he doesn't get up early because you don't want him to tell the stories.
Well, I'll bring him in if I could get like a few guests in. For leverage.
All right. Did you use your 3 already from that one?
Hell yeah, you did.
No,
You
one
got
left.
one left, I think.
Well, no, Bill Hader's coming up later.
Dude, Mike Myers was one of your guys.
What?
Nothing on that? Because he's a big star. And
Ew.
I flipped it.
I honestly didn't know if you were serious. You mean it?
Don't you love the Windows Task Manager when you try to close an application down and it says end now? And you go, yes, you click end now. And it just doesn't end. It just doesn't end.
Oh, end
Shouldn't
now.
it just end?
Yeah. Oh, I
Shouldn't
thought
it
you
just
said
immediately
end
stop?
now.
Yeah.
That's not until
You're telling it to stop. Like end task. Your program is not responding. You want to end? Okay, end now. And it just stays there.
You say end very weird.
And.
It sounds like you're saying N now.
End now. No, because it's like end now.
Hello.
End.
N-word
When,
now.
when there's a... He's still... Jimmy's talking on a banana. That's funny. That is funny.
Wow, that's really frozen. Huh?
Oh, it's so froze up.
Roland, what else? What was the encore at the Billy Joel show? Did he do a little Beatles action? I'm thinking.
He did like 5 Beatles songs.
Which ones? Yeah.
He did.
He did. What album was that
A
off?
Hard Day's Night.
Must have been an import. What?
Only the
Back in the USSR.
No, he didn't do that one.
What did he close with?
What?
I'll guess.
Piano.
Hard Day's Night.
Mm-hmm.
And he probably went old school Beatles because that's when they played, right?
Yeah.
So you got to think the really I don't know any of the other old school Beatles songs.
He did a really old one, but I was in.
She was just 17. Wow.
How?
Yeah, was it?
She loves you. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did that?
Did that one?
Mm-hmm.
How about please me?
Did he do any good Beatles songs?
He did some other stuff. I mean, then he ended with Piano Man.
Did he do Captain Jack?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
He stood up and woo.
Captain Jack
We'll get you
and then,
high
Did
tonight.
he jerk off on his piano? Because it's supposed to be about jerking off.
Yeah, he was all right. I mean, I'm a bigger Springsteen fan. My brother loves Billy Joel.
How was John Mayer?
He just played guitar.
He actually comes out on stage and fucks celebrities.
He just
That's what he
played
does
guitar
now.
Yeah,
Huh?
Did your girl go
Boo.
to see him? Did she like him?
Boo.
Mayor ruled.
Oh, she enjoyed
the
it.
PNC, yeah. All right, Roland. Line of the Day is sponsored by the debut of the new series Wrecked.
Guitar.
At 10 p.m. Eastern tonight on Speed. There's a channel called Speed?
Yes, it used to be Speed TV.
All
now
right.
it's just Speed.
What happened?
Accidents happen, and cleaning up the mess isn't for the faint of heart.
Yes.
That's what just happened in the studio. Catch this new show this and every Thursday, exclusively on Speed. Here is a
Why
runner-up.
can't they fix this fucking microphone?
It's a banana, Jimmy.
Oh,
Because
okay.
you're talking into a banana.
Oh,
You're
sorry.
preposterous. You're incorrigible.
Much better.
Here's a runner-up line of the day.
I got to tell you something. The second we allow black people in here, I want to have him as a guest.
I always get a little scared. I can do a lot of stuff that gets that delay and then the laugh. I get a little frightened with the delay.
We don't know what you. If you're, I didn't catch it.
Yeah. I'm dry. I have a dry sense of humor.
Here's another runner-up line of the day.
No humor when it comes
Phones
out.
lit up rather quickly.
They certainly did.
It's amazing how fast it gets ugly too.
Oh, I know.
How mad people get because we all have this stuff underneath. No, but I don't think that black. If 5 minutes later, it's like you people did nothing.
Very good, Jimmy. Leaky Bong.
Leaky Bong.
The penis dude.
Yeah.
That kid was Magnum cum loudly.
That's pretty good.
Here's another runner-up line of the day.
There's a little thing by the register, take a penny, eat a penny.
Racking them up, swim walk.
Roland, thanks for turning me on to Californication thing.
I love that show.
A lot of naked broads in that.
Yeah. Then he'll be in to promote that because he's filming it right now, the new season.
Really? That's all we're going to talk about. And he's married, right?
Tay Leone.
How the fuck does his wife allow him to get into bed with a lot of naked women like that? That's got to be rough.
Naked men in the movies.
Huh?
In their new movie. She's like with dudes.
She's with dudes. Here's the final runner-up line of the day.
This guy's choking.
Oh, no.
Can someone do the Heimlich? No, stop fake swimming in only water you can see. The Heimlich. No, not a crazy dance.
Crazy dance.
David Tell, Gong Show, tonight, Comedy Central, 10 o'clock. He was a lot of fun today.
I love Attell, man. One of the funniest fucking guys on the planet.
That's right.
It's really funny, dude, man.
Here's your line of the day.
Here comes
Line of the day?
light of the day. Light of the day.
All right.
Okay, now he ain't gonna put his ass. Now open your cheeks up.
I want to hear
wide.
the sniffing
Open them
on the
up.
radio.
Cheeks wide.
Wait, shh.
My teeth hurt.
I'm a ballerina in training.
Wow. Yes, and that's how we end today.
Yeah, what do we got? Meetings?
Yeah, we got a quick meeting today.
And tomorrow, Steve finally says who he would fire.
That's right.
Right. Forgot about that.
He
Almost
thought
let
he-
him off the hooky.
Oh, no.
Hello?
Hookski.
Good
Yeah.
evening.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Who the fuck is that?
Who's this? Who is this? Oh, hey, buddy. Anthony just punched the XM computer.
Who the fuck is that?
It's fucking Eric Logan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hi, Eric.
Doesn't care.
All right, Logan's going to be here in 10 minutes. 10 minutes. All right, cool. We'll hang around.
Can I see him?
All right.
By the way, punching the monitor does nothing, and we know it.
Logan just, well, shit.
Logan just said something that he doesn't want you repeating.
Yeah.
So why don't we be good boys and not say it on the air?
All right.
Let's not jeopardize our career ends.
You're right this time.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we got to go talk to Eric Logan, who's leaving XM Satellite Radio, and he has something to tell us that's very important. That
you're fired.
That he called our phone and said, "I'll be there in 10 minutes." I'm at Radio City Music Hall.
It's that important?
I guess.
He's auditioning for the Rockettes, that sissy.
Yeah, a little fairy.
Well, he knows how we are. We want to get right the fuck out of here as soon as we say bye. So,
yeah.
We want to make sure we didn't leave yet.
Okay. See you guys tomorrow. Great, great time today.
It was good.
Good times. Good times.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh, there it goes. Physical memory dump. Whatever the fuck that is.
How's your hand, though?
Huh? Oh, it's good. These flat screen things are pretty. They have a lot of give. It changed colors really cool.
Nice.
Looks like something you buy at Spencer Gifts.
Remember the little fake duties you'd buy?
Ah, hysterical.
And the cups.
I like the games, the sexy games. Oh,
the fun,
hysterical.
Or the fake baby bottle, where it's a baby bottle, but it's got crushed glass in it. The kid drinks the milk, gets sick.
All right, can we go?
Yeah, let's get.
Roll and say goodbye for everybody.
Goodbye.
What?
Bye. I don't know. I thought that was it.
I honestly am with you this time. I really thought that.
Yeah, I
should've
thought
been
that
out.
should have been the out, but then we got all awkward. Goodbye. I think that.
Yeah. Let's
goodbye.
Let's do it again, Roland. Say goodbye for everybody.
Bye. Okay. I don't know. That's all.
Folks.
Adios.
Amigos.
I don't know.
See you later.
Alligator.
There you go.
Hi, this is David Tell, and you're listening to Opie and Anthony. Mostly Opie. Wait, no, Anthony now. Yeah. All right, you're listening.
Oh, nice! Oh, nice! Oh, nice!
Motherfuckers, this is Drew Boogie. You just heard one of my remixes. And check me out on MySpace. MySpace.com/The Great Drew Boogie. That's not me. Opie said that. And he said that about everybody. And I'm too tired for this shit.